Raw on your screen, wherever you are. Why don't we watch it together? That's what we're doing right now. Never keep me. The theme song's on right now. So if you're watching Monday Night Raw, watch it with us. How about that? Hopefully you guys can hear us pretty good here. We got rain and thunder and the Thunderdome. That was a weird cut. It was a weird cut. They cut from the theme song to like pouring rain, a little bit of thunder, and then boom, right back to the lights. Thunderdome looks cool. You almost wish arenas looked like this, like with fans, but it is what it is, right? We're all surviving our own way. Hopefully you guys can see me on YouTube, man. Hopefully that's working out right now. Got a lot going on in tonight's Monday Night Raw. Dolph Ziggler is on commentary? Why is Dolph Ziggler on commentary? This makes no sense. Does this make any sense to you guys? Oh, man. This is such a weird thing here. Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee. That's going to be pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to that. This is in your face, as in stay inside your face and don't watch Monday Night Football. I don't even know who's playing football tonight. I watch wrestling. Dominic Mysterio versus Seth Rollins inside of a steel cage. That's like a pay-per-view match, isn't it? They had a hell of a match last week. Dominic Mysterio, probably one of the bigger debuts in WWE. Asuka versus Mickie James for the Raw Women's Championship. This feels like a mini pay-per-view. Oh, they're opening with Drew. This is crazy. Oh, all right. It's not actually wrestling. The 3-hour show. You can't have Drew McIntyre out there with his hairy chest in the first 5 minutes. You got to hide that. Interesting to see this. If you guys are watching live, go ahead and get your comments on screen with us. Oh, who's this? We're getting a run in here. We're getting a run in. I got to switch my microphone and everything. Oh, look at this. DeFelice shows up late. Just like him. Just like him to show up after the time he's supposed to be here. Let me pause this and get him on screen here. All loosey-goosey. All right. All right, Robert DeFelice. I just did this randomly.
I know, and I figured let me join you.
You hear me on the microphone? We can do all the live checks here since we're just doing busy.
I believe I hear you on the microphone.
Do you hear that? You hear the click, click, click? Do you hear that? You do?
Nope, you're not on the microphone. That's
all right. Great. You gotta love BeLive, our streaming service. Robert, you're watching Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna do a reboot here. Just keep telling them what's going on the screen since they can't look at the screen themselves.
I am listening to you. I already know that Kevin is a little bit ahead of me, but we're recapping the events of Randy Orton putting Drew McIntyre in an ambulance, and now McIntyre coming back to get his vengeance and giving Randy Orton that ass whooping last week.
Big old ass whooping. Can you hear me now?
I can.
What about now? Do you hear me on this microphone? I'm really close.
You do sound like you're talking. You're talking to me.
Good. Good. How are we looking on YouTube? Are we looking okay over there?
Let me check.
Okay. All right. So a lot going on this week in the world of wrestling. It's been a busy week. We just learned just pretty casually that Jeff Hardy re-signed with WWE. Just a cash utterance that I signed.
I feel like that is pretty cash though. I think Hardy feels comfortable in WWE. I don't know if he wants to venture out. I don't know if he has the same goals as Matthew Hardy.
Matthew? Oh, his brother? Oh, like People say, oh, if you don't go to WWE, you don't have goals, or you don't leave WWE, you don't have goals. I think it's kind of BS. If you're
Nah,
WWE,
I didn't mean that like a dig.
Yeah.
I just meant that like Matt has specific goals, and I think Jeff has goals that pertain to WWE.
All right, we're getting the full recap. Too many recaps in WWE, but I get it when you have a 3-hour TV show.
Kevin, in about 40 minutes, I will be heading out for my assigned time in the Thunderdome. So I'll be.
Oh, you're going to the Thunderdome tonight.
I'm gonna try to go inside the Thunderdome.
And I'll be doing something else tonight. I'll be doing a post show for my Raw. I'll be on this camera for 4 hours in one day. 4 hours. So we have people watching. Go ahead, click in, get your comments on screen here. And of course, we're watching my Raw in real time, and you can watch it with us. Since we're all separate, we can do these things together. We're together. There we are. There is G3 McIntyre in the Thunderdome, and him talking tough here. He seems like he's in a confident mood following his whomping of one Randall Orton last week.
Let's see. Anything new about Drew McIntyre's championship?
Like the actual title? Did they change the title? They didn't change the title.
Looks like a little revamp was done.
Oh, I didn't get a glimpse of the belt just yet. He knows how to find the camera, doesn't he? When he's cutting these promos.
Well, I mean, he's been on TV longer than.
Yeah, he's deceptively. Well, when did he get signed by WWE the first time? Like,
he was on TV at like 22. Like he was on TV at a young age.
Yeah, and then he did Impact, and then he was doing stuff.
And then he did some Evolve. He
did some Evolve. He had some time there.
He's gotten plenty of seasoning.
He is one of those guys I think that is like one of the more valuable players for WWE since the pandemic started. Because people saw him on the rise earlier this year, pre-pandemic, and he's been able to hold his own since then. And I wonder what the reactions. He's one of those guys you wonder what the reactions would be like with him in front.
Now I don't think it'll be as big. I feel like.
Yeah, I do think he's one of those guys just going to get burned by coming back, and people just want to see big stars.
I feel like we've accepted that this is the norm. That when we're let back in, it will just be like, okay, we've been here.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he'll get a different reaction? Do you think it'll be a lighter, bigger reaction from fans when they get him live in front of fans? Hopefully at some point next year?
I don't know. I think that he is a guy who would have gotten that monster pop. Like Mania would have been a monster pop. But I feel like now maybe they're resigned to believe that McIntyre is like a Shawn Michaels of a champion or like a Bret Hart of a champion.
Oh, like he's going to be one of those guys that they can always go to put the title on him. I think so too.
But like he'll never be the guy.
He'll never be like a Stone Cold The Rock or something like that, like the flag waver of a generation. But one of those guys you definitely know can have the great matches and stuff like that.
Right.
So definitely here. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. We're of course trying to beef up the YouTube. It's a busy space on the tubes. So much going on in the tubes.
Yeah, I mean it's not like. There's a shortage of wrestling fans.
He's talking about wearing his tight leather pants. And realized the crotch was going to split. And so this is an original story. I like how they're working this in. This is really clever. How the Claymore kick was created by accident. His finishing maneuver, what an organic, beautiful thing, was created by him wearing these really, really tight pants when he was in the kind of low-card, mid-card comedy acting group. And of course, he's making fun of all the different people he's put in a hospital at some point.
Bless tight leather pants, I guess.
Yeah. So it went from tight leather pants to cartoons on screen here. Here is a voice of authority, Adam Pearce. What do you think Adam Pearce being the voice of authority for WWE?
He needs to just be named the commissioner, and they just need to run with
president, it. WWE president, Adam Pearce. President Pearce. People not a fan of President Pearce. And he has extensive severity of injuries, and they're not known. Not known, the severity. They always have to use that very choice language that makes it seem like it's easy for the guy to come back into the ring, right? I'm going to post this over on our Facebook saying, hey, if you want to watch my Raw with this, go ahead and do that too, huh? This is all loosey-goosey. This isn't even like we're doing a show. This is just like we're on a stream. Want to come and hang.
Yeah, I mean, we could just be two bros hanging out.
Just two bros. Just bros watching wrestling. You know, it's bros watching wrestling, bro. Loosey-goosey. This isn't even like we're doing a show.
Honestly,
I can hear myself in the background.
Honestly, we're the only ones watching.
Oh, we'll change it. Hang on.
What did he just say?
Are you on a delay with me on the stream right now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that. Big Keith Lee walking out here. Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre. They're all family, but they're all friendly here. But when does Keith Lee turn the switch here on Drew McIntyre? You think?
I don't know if he needs to turn the switch. I think he just needs to be. He just needs to be him.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people said he's buried, right? They buried Keith Lee. They buried him.
Well,
nothing's gonna happen for Keith Lee here.
The presentation still hurts.
Mm-hmm. Squaring him up here. Oh, they're going to shake hands? Okay, they're going to shake hands. Oh, you ain't going nowhere. Keith Lee says don't go nowhere. I'm gonna hold your hand and give you a big smirk. They look very formidable. He's only a little bit taller than him, right? It's probably like about an inch or so.
I would say so. I mean, Keith Lee looks like a man.
Mm-hmm. I would confirm he does look like a man.
Like, Keith Lee looks very, very manly in a time where, arguably, some of the wrestlers don't. Keith Lee really does.
Who doesn't look like a man? What are you talking about, Robert?
You know what I mean. Like, I'm not going to get into it. You know exactly what I mean. Like, the Marco stunts of the world. I love Marco. But, like, when maybe Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson are the norm now, Keith Lee looks like a man.
Oh, you're saying like in terms of like big, like larger than life guys.
Yeah.
I love that I didn't plan to watch this with you and you just hopped right in.
I'm having a big lunch and just a snack for dinner.
Let's talk Raw commercials, okay? We have to watch a lot of WWE TV, like in real time. So see the commercials, right? What is your favorite WWE commercial? Your favorite commercial that you see that has popped up on Raw? Because some commercials now are entertaining. They get annoying because you see them over and over again, right? But there's some commercials I do find genuinely entertaining. I'll let you go first, though.
So this year, not so much, but like in the past couple of years, I really enjoyed the Little Lungs in a Great Big World. I enjoy that. I enjoy the Twisted Tea commercials with that song, the country song in the background, the day drinking.
What you say we do a little day drinking? That one?
I love that. I think that's a great song.
I'm a fan on SmackDown of the Progressive commercials. I know they've been around for a very long time, but as a fan of genuine comedy, Flo is definitely getting to write those. Like there's a genuine sense of comedy in those that I do like, that I do enjoy. I do not like the heartstring ones that we're getting right now where this dad is going to drive his kid to college and she's going to have internet at college or something like that.
And she's like, oh, don't forget about our show. You know, sign up for the whatever special.
Oh, it's Dish. It's for Dish.
Yeah, Dish. Thank you.
Oh, no, here's the thing. I will say this. This is nice, though, that the dad lets the kid have the cable when he's not at home. You know, they get cable TV from afar. So that is something dads would buy for her. All right, here's a fun candy commercial for Halloween. Halloween will be weird this year. And someone opened up the Kit Kat, and there was a Dracula inside.
Yeah, I
Here's another commercial like this one where the guy comes out and he thinks they're having the Zoom party and he's wearing no pants.
Oh, that cracks me up every time because
Tidy Whitey's on a dude never not funny.
You know, like Kevin, we've been talking for 2 years. We've been doing these shows.
Mm-hmm.
You have no clue if I'm wearing pants. You know, like, I don't know if you're
You
wearing
have no
pants.
clue if I'm wearing pants.
I do not know if I'm wearing pants.
I could have nothing on underneath here. I could stand up and
and
ruin
we
WrestleZone's brand. I could just destroy
we
Wrestle.
wouldn't even know.
I go 2 inches up. I go 2 inches up, and you're gonna see all of Kevin. Okay, you're gonna see more of Kevin than you ever wanted. Okay.
And you know what? I don't want to see that much Kevin.
Or maybe you do.
Some things are better left to the theater of the mind.
Robert, or maybe you do.
Yeah, I'm confident that I don't, but I like your confidence in yourself. I did that.
This is a big match that was advertised for tonight. This is a cross-branded tag team match between the Raw Tag Team Champions and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. There we go. The solo cups are flying up in the air. This is a fun thing. I enjoy that. I feel bad for whoever has to clean those solo cups up, though.
Yeah. They were just on the New Day podcast earlier today, and you very much get those vibes of like, damn, it sucks for whoever has to clean these.
Yeah, definitely. Dolph Ziggler on commentary. Don't know why this was done. Don't know.
Joe's off tonight for whatever reason. Let's not give a reason.
Okay. We weren't given one.
We weren't given one.
Maybe Joe returns to the ring here.
I'm not a fan of them needing the 3-man booth. I never have been.
I do think that he'll bring something to the table, though. Cesaro still looks like $1 million.
Cesaro should be, if he's not a top level wrestling villain, he should be in a Bond movie. He should be a Bond villain. This man should be making money. Mm-hmm. So much of it that's just coming out of every pore in his body should have money because he's that talented.
Look at Nakamura wearing his like doctor, like what is it? The villain from Superman 2. Can't remember his name. Just eluded me. He looks like he's wearing like the villains from Superman 2. Wow, what are their names?
Is he phoning it in?
Who?
Nakamura.
No, I don't get the impression that he's phoning it in. He's in a tag team with Cesaro, who speaks more fluent English than he does.
No, but like if he just like, I dig what I'm doing. I'm not gonna make him. You know, I'm not gonna be the top of the card, but I dig what I'm doing.
Who do you want to win here?
Selfishly, for reasons not related to professional wrestling, Cesaro and Nakamura, because Nakamura is in my fantasy league team. So
okay, so you're rooting on us for gambling reasons.
I need him to win. There's no money on the line. It's we're dumbasses, and we want to prove that we're better than the other dumbasses.
We're dumbasses, and we want to prove we're better than the other dumbasses.
Yeah.
That is one of the most wrestling fan things I've ever heard.
You know, Kevin, I love your commitment to the product. The way that you put up the one comment that we have here that just says yes. And I agree, pal. Yes.
Yeah, if you're with us live, guys, just go ahead and shout out whatever you think here. It's like you're just hanging out. Like you're just hanging out with us. That's all this is. This isn't like a podcast where we like analyze the show. I'll do that afterwards with John Clark, who shows up for the real work. You know what I mean? If I ask you to be here, to feels
hey,
put
it's Russell Haddix. We got an actual comment here.
Okay, Russell watches a lot of our shows. Hello, gentlemen. I'm a dumbass too. I mean, all dumbasses welcome. Ladies, dumbass too. Go and brush some shoulders.
You know what? You know what, Kevin? I do show up. I show up so much that I wasn't even invited, and I showed up. So much I show up, Kevin.
Look at you. Look at you in the spin cycle. Look at him spinning it up.
I spin things for a living. I don't. You know what? No, I work. I work with the factuals. But I feel
cool.
like
We're getting Ricochet versus Cedric later tonight. They just
you know what? I think we should. I think Cedric is going to make a lot of money now that he's with the Hurt Business, because business is booming, Kevin.
Here comes Montez Ford over that big top rope. Bad idea. You got caught, and now you're going to pay for it.
Is it time to merge the belts?
Double double power bomb on the apron on the outside. That is rough. Is it time to merge the belts? We need to find out. I mean, this isn't a title unification match.
It should be. I mean, like, if we're being real, the tag divisions aren't deep.
Mm-hmm. I've heard a lot of people say that with the women as well. This is a Domino's commercial. Mind you, some of you guys are international, don't get the same commercials. Maybe folks up in Canada don't get them as well. That Domino's commercial, it's like, you got a bad delivery. We read your report about this bad delivery you got, but we're Domino's. And you don't want to try some of our food? It was just kind of like such an odd way to market their product. What do you think of it? Oh, here we have one for something that's in your intestines. Maybe you're on a different cable system. Are you getting the same
Metamucil?
Metamucil? Hey, look at your intestines. We're going to animate it.
Kevin, you need more fiber in your life because I'm worried about the content of your shit. Kevin,
you know what? You're full of shit, and I'm worried about the content of your shit.
Like, look at all these particles that Metamucil is grounding for you, so you can start feeling lighter and more energetic. Because, fellas, if you're not pooping proper, then you're gonna be all pooped out. All right.
Robert DeVille is joining me. I am Kevin Callum. You can follow him on the Twitter machine at DudeFelice. You can follow me at KevCallum. Here's your Twisted Tea commercial.
Oh, but there's no day drinking. For some reason.
What you say would be a little day drinking? This is like those series of commercials they like to do now, where they're like all individual sketches with the same characters.
Like, I feel like Twisted Tea, as somebody who genuinely thinks lemon iced tea is like the best, it is like nice. I get that maybe it's a little on the not enough alcohol for some, but I bet that is like would be top notch for me just because I love iced tea, and why not add a little alcohol?
I doubt you can chug those though. I doubt you can like. Yeah, I don't think you can chug those like a whole lot. I have just enough sound off in the background that hopefully it doesn't get caught up in the whole. Hey, we think you have copyright content on your thing.
When's the last time you had Denny's, Kevin?
Denny's? I used to be frequent of Denny's. I would do comedy shows in the southwestern burbs of Chicago. And these would be real late night shows. We go until like sometimes like 1 a.m. And we'd always go to Denny's afterwards. So I had many a moons over my hammy. They would also have a mozzarella cheese. It was like a grilled cheese sandwich with mozzarella sticks inside of it. Oh, here we go. Finn Balor, the champion. He'll be on there. Timothy Thatcher, Damian Priest. That'll be on this week's NXT. Back on Wednesdays.
Back head-to-head with AEW.
Well, yeah, it's going to be weird.
The playoffs didn't go the way that would have required that to be different.
Could they get preempted the week after, though? They might get preempted.
I have no clue. You know what, though? I'm very into separate nights. I think the fandom is different now to where we don't need a ratings war. I feel like the people who want that just are the people who like to pound their chest. Or, my team is better than your team. I know lemon flavored iced tea tastes like lemon pledge. Russell Haddix, I'm gonna disagree with you on a lemon pledge because I like lemon iced tea. I got some Snapple in the fridge. We're not endorsed by Snapple. I don't even know if I can say that.
All right, here we go. Big tags. Angelo's in. Dawkins is in. Nakamura is bumping and feeding for him. Nakamura and his jumper. He's got a jumper on. A male romper.
Remember when those were thing?
That's what he's wearing.
He's not wearing a romper, Kevin.
A designer. He has a designer romper on.
He's got the onesie PJs on that kind of look like.
Oh god! They just did the replay. They just did the replay of Montez Ford taking that powerbomb in the apron before they went to commercial. I will say this: they've really figured out the Thunderdome. Like, I think they have a better control of what people they put up front here that are responding.
I'm excited for my time in 20 minutes to go and enjoy it join in the Thunderdome.
I keep forgetting that you're gonna jump in there. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna stay. It might be one of those things that I just look at to like, how's it going? Do I like this? You know?
Thumbs up to you, Key Ran Fake Drake. Thumbs up to you, big power bomb by Dawkins.
So you know what we're learning?
Uh-oh, Montez Ford on the top row. Are we getting this big frog splash from him? Oh, landed on the knees. Cesaro cutting off Dawkins here. Oh boy, oh boy. Who needs this more? I know they're both champions, right? But who needs the win more? To me, I think it's Cesaro and Nakamura. I mean, the Street Profits they've been on top of the heap here for a long time.
I feel like tag team wrestling needs the Street Profits to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Nakamura and Cesaro need the win.
That sounds about right. I think so too.
You like that diplomatic answer?
I do like that diplomatic answer. But SmackDown is also a big show. People forget SmackDown is the most viewed wrestling show by over 1 million people. You know, across the board.
The fact that I think both of these teams are in a world right now where they don't matter.
Oh, they're just seen as afterthoughts?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Montez Ford was going for that schoolboy roll-up. Nearly caught him. Oh, the big pop-up. Oh, into the uppercut. He took off his face. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, come on. That was 3. Did you see that? That was 3. You got the shoulder up there.
The vertical leap on Montez Ford is going to make him money. So much money. When they decide.
He has such a physical presence, like even when he's doing anything in the ring, like how much you can connect with his face and the way he expresses things. I think if you're in the ring, a singles match or a tag match with him, you got to like it because he just makes everything you do to him look impressive. Look at Cesaro take his time. Look at him take his time here. Still looks like $1 million.
Would you hire him for the 007 role?
Oh, look at these European uppercuts. Just laying them in. Referee had to get some space on him. And another one. Just rocking him. Ford's going to wake up on next week's Monday Night Raw if it keeps going at this rate.
I believe it was the Honky Tonk Man who once said, Cesaro's uppercuts are better than those of Dory Funk Jr.
Oh, boy. That's pretty serious. Dawkins might be coming here for the save. Oh, Cesaro with that beautiful superplex he does from the apron. Dawkins with a big frog splash here. Oh, wow. Oh, Street Profits with a win. Nice little cute finish there. I obviously was rooting for Cesaro and Nakamura. But the babyfaces and the Street Profits won this one. A big splash, competitive match until the end. I don't think you could say that Cesaro and Nakamura got jobbed out. They got caught here in a splash at the end. Interesting. I wonder if these two teams face each other at the pay-per-view.
I'd like them to. I'd like the merging of the belts. I don't care for the brand split at all anymore. I think that the state of the company would be a lot better if
they just didn't have defined brands and people could just float from show to show.
Honestly, because Roman Reigns as the top heel would be so much better than trying to divide everybody. Because then you got Roman versus Lee, Roman versus Drew McIntyre, Roman versus Ray, Roman versus Dominic even.
I mean, it is Monday Night Raw, and I mean, Street Profits have been a central player on that show for a long time now. So I understand where they get the win. They kind of protect them on their own show.
SmackDown, give them
and they'll take the loss. They'll take the loss on SmackDown. Yeah, that's the 50-50 booking, right? You know, but the match was entertaining. That was a really entertaining match.
I agree.
I enjoyed it. I mean, we're 30 minutes into the show. We got a good match already. A decent little promo with Drew McIntyre and Big Keith Lee. Look, what is that shirt that Dolph Ziggler is? He wearing a pink and black zebra shirt?
Yeah, he is.
He is the king of just weird 80s rock and roll clothes, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I could pull off.
Here is a video package reminding you that Mickie James is freaking incredible right here.
Oh, but I thought she was having problems because Nick Aldis is mad at Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, she's having a problem. But I mean, Aldis even alluded to that, right?
But where? Like
And she has a future in WWE. She was
Mickie
doing
James.
They had her producing. They had her
Mickie
producing
James
on the
is
side,
going
right?
to be in the Hall of Fame whenever she damn well pleases.
You're damn right. I think she could be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Mickie James is one of the best in the world. I feel so comfortable saying if I could get if I was running a company and I got my hands on Mickie James, she's the cornerstone of the women's division.
Lana meeting up with Angel Garza here. This is an interesting thing here. A lot of people want to talk about Lana now that her husband's over in AEW, right? What's going to happen to her? She's going to be ruined. But here she is on TV.
Lana is promiscuous on television. Angel Garza is promiscuous on television. Perhaps they could be promiscuous on television together.
Here comes Selena Vega. You forget Selena Vega has a lot of pedigree here in her own right. Being on Impact Wrestling before she got here. She has gotten some ridiculous outfits on TV.
I'm big on cock blocking Vega, and the way that Garza is just like, God damn it again.
She doesn't want him. Vega does not want any of her boys that she manages to be with any other women. She just wants to tell them what to do and where to be.
And by the way, Andrade, amazing style.
It looks good. Any man who can wear an open shirt with a blazer gotta have a strong chest.
Great blazer.
How long has this team been breaking up?
Since they got together.
They've been breaking up. Here we go. They're fighting now. Selena Vega walked away for a couple seconds and they're brawling. They did this on, so they cut to break now with those guys scrapping, right? And this is something they did on Monday Night Raw, and it must have really worked, was have some physical big, like cliffhanger as you go into a commercial break.
So how do you feel about that? Who would you stick with Selena? Who would you keep with Selena?
If I was Selena, I would just have. I mean, she can wrestle. I don't know why they don't have her go solo.
I think this is not a knock on her wrestling, but I think she provides more value
as a manager, as a character.
As a manager, yeah. Bringing the fire, bringing the intensity that, to be quite frank, other women don't have.
People like that tag team match. Betty Schaffen saying tag match was awesome. I agree.
I thought it was okay.
You thought it was okay? Stop it. It was a solid tag match. People take stuff on TV for granted so much now.
But you know what? I think that I know that and you know that, but if that is the era that we're in, we have to kind of judge the content by that.
How played out is the Gecko on TV right now?
I think I was in kindergarten when this started. I'm 20.
It's been on TV that long, huh?
I'm 27. I'm pretty sure I was in first kindergarten or first grade.
The guy who does that voice has to how many houses has he bought doing these spots?
I'm willing to bet a lot, and I bet he goes to every single open house and does that voice.
All right, here we had Denny's earlier. We have IHOP now.
Remember IHOB?
IHOB, yes, the International House of Burgers.
God, what a simpler time. What was that, 12 months ago? What a simpler time.
A simpler time.
Yes, the Gecko makes his debut in 1999.
Make me feel old. Make me feel old, dude. Definitely. If you're watching and you just have us on a side screen, go ahead and check out what we're doing on our YouTube channel. We have a bunch of different content there every single week, including all the different post shows we're doing. We're going to do another post show for Monday Night Raw. If you don't watch all this, you can check that out later. If you like this video, go ahead and share it. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. Smash like and subscribe. All the things
God.
It's annoying, but it's productive.
It's not even so much that it's annoying, Kev. It's that it's genuinely expected. And it's the vernacular that we're in now, it's so weird. One day, Kevin, I want to start a series of podcasts with you. Just spitballing on a series of podcasts where it's just us genuinely bullshitting about life.
Okay. Oh, like non-wrestling things.
Wrestling will obviously be involved because it always is involved. But you know, I think that
if we get that WrestleMania trip in, we'll do like a travel log.
I think we have some interesting takes. I think we get it.
Everything gets reviewed. Every experience gets a star rating. Every experience gets a star rating.
That's every single one.
Mm-hmm. I'm tweeting out that Dude Felice and Kevin Kellum. Oh, here's Dominic. We're in the Hurt Business here. What do you think of the Hurt Business so far?
Love them.
They're starting to become a real group for you?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I grew up in a time where these three men were the future and didn't pan out so well. So I now look at it and I'm like, these guys can make up some ground.
They're all back in Cedric Alexander. The gold and black. They're all wearing gold and black now. I like that. Remember when you're on the Thunderdome, Robert? When you're on the Thunderdome later tonight, you got to do this. A lot of this.
I think I'm going. Listen, I'm gonna shoot straight with you here. It's on YouTube, so everybody can see it. If it's lagging as much as they say it will, I will not stay for like 5 seconds.
Cedric Alexander got beat up by these guys last week, and he joined the faction the same week.
Well, he's been getting beat up by them for a while. How many?
I know, but like even last week, he got beat up by them and joined them.
Well, yeah, you learn your lesson eventually.
If you can't beat him, join him, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. There you go. Man, Ricochet can really throw his body around, huh?
Yeah. So, how long ago did it feel like he wrestled Brock Lesnar? That was this calendar year, folks.
Who? Ricochet? Oh, that's right. He did at one of the Saudi Arabia shows, right?
That was this calendar year. It was February.
It's been a crazy year. New music for the Hurt Business. I didn't catch that. I didn't have the audio loud enough for that. Do you like being Bobby Lashley's tailor? Do you have to like every time his pecs get bigger and bigger, you have to like measure it?
I imagine it's frustrating.
Yeah. If you're in WWE, you got to spend a lot of money on clothes.
Listen, tailoring clothes for me is ridiculous, and my pecs are not the size of Bobby Lashley's.
No, you got massive quads. Just massive quads. Just ripping quad muscles. Did you retweet this, Robert?
What's this?
Did you do the right thing by the company and retweet this?
Retweet you mean?
Yeah.
I'll do that right now.
If you don't know, I always give Robert crap for not retweeting what we're doing here.
There are times where I selfishly I'm like,
here's Cedric bitching at people for saying I did this, but I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
I did. There is a job where I do what I have to do when I do what I have to do to succeed.
Kev, there's part of me that's like, I do a lot in this space, in this wrestling journalism space, that I'm surprised that I don't get more flack than I do, and I'm surprised I don't get more, like, notoriety. Not notoriety, that sounds weird, but, like, I'm surprised that I don't have more people in my mentions complaining about the way that I write. I get it every now and again.
Uh-oh.
But I don't get a lot of
Here comes Ricochet with what I think is one of the best theme songs in WWE.
That's going to change eventually.
Because they got to make it bad and people have to be upset.
No, because they want everybody to get rid of their CFO $.
Oh, because CFOs are done with WWE. Right. Those are the CFO $. They're the music group that made the last few years. They made some of the better WWE theme songs.
Why is Apollo Crews' new shirt look like when you get a blank cassette video.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a custom van in the 70s or 80s. Like
Yeah, like he's gonna drop the dopest indie EP this summer.
It doesn't look bad. It's not a bad looking shirt. Shelton Benjamin holding some court here.
You know, that
they want an explanation. They want to know why. His friends want to know why he turned on him. This circle of stuff here with the Hurt Business, Cedric Alexander, Apollo Crews, and Ricochet has been going on how long now?
Too long.
Too long. If they turn into a singles thing with Cedric and Ricochet, like they're trying to do, I think it could be something. They're trying to make it stabbed him in the back. They're trying to make it personal. They're trying, you know. I'll say this: they're not. This isn't like the worst. This is not the worst thing.
No, and I think that sometimes people want too much. You know, I can agree with that, but like at the same time, Kev, I want to see new people get new shots.
Cage Side Seats tweeting, "This is the Ricochet WWE Raw has been missing. They're looking for a little bit more fire in him."
Yeah, I think I could get behind that.
Here we go. Ricochet blasting him right away. I like this. I like when people have like a real bitter like issue, and they just start trading holds and stuff like that right away. Ricochet went right for him right away. And they're going real fast with this. Some 205 Live in this.
Great.
Boom! He caught him right there. Ricochet off the apron. Moonsault off the second rope to the outside. An Asai. Love it.
I love the Asai moonsault. The Asai moonsault is a staple of cruiser wrestling given to us by
Bobby Lashley in a tailored suit, trying to lay out Apollo Crews. Here comes Eric from the Viking Raiders. We will not see Ivar as he's with injury. And we cut to break. See, they're doing that, man. They're doing like some physical new thing, like this big hook. Like there's a new person came down to the ring. Don't go anywhere. Here's Popeyes. Here's Geico. Here's this. You know.
And they're not like advertising the breaks anymore. It's not like oh, what's gonna happen here? We'll be right back. They're just and we're gone.
You'll have to see what happens after this message. You know, like it's go right into it. You know, I understand that more. It works better. It makes you feel like you're not like you can tease, but tease me with content. You know, tease me with the hook of what I want to see when they come back. Not just stick around. More of this match when we come back. You know.
All right, Kevin. I'm gonna try to get into this Thunderdome.
You're going in the Thunderdome.
Let's see how this works.
All right, so I'll see him maybe some point later on the podcast later this week, right?
I'm sure you'll see me at some
whenever
point
you decide to show up. Whenever you decide,
you'll see me at some point later in the evening, and then probably on Thursday.
All right, well maybe you pop in here on the show if you want to as well. All right, Robert DeFios, give him a follow over at Dude Felice.
You should give me a follow. I'm very active in the wrestling journalism world. I like talking about wrestling with people. That's why I jump in here with Kevin just to bullshit about wrestling. And
he'll be on the podcast with me. We're not going to podcast this watch along. This wouldn't make for great audio. This makes for great video.
See how I have respect for the stream and not plug that other place? You're welcome. There's no swerve here. I'm actually just going to politely leave. I will see you later, Kevin.
All right. Goodbye, Robert. That was Robert DeFilis leaving me again. It's ridiculous, huh? But tis what it is here. We're watching Monday Night Raw. You're watching with us. Go ahead and share the link. If you guys know someone who doesn't want to watch Raw alone, or maybe they're just hanging out alone, they just want a buddy, we're here. That's what we're trying to do here, man. Try to have fun, and I'm just going to react to Monday Night Raw with you. How about that? All right. We got some stuff here on the screen, some different wrestling news to talk about during the commercials as well. Today we learned that Jeff Hardy has signed a new deal with WWE. Interesting that he has done that and that he'll be sticking around. It says that his old theme music will return in the future. So don't look for that. I know, anytime soon, at least until WWE fans return. Sending it out here. If anyone else wants to join, pass it along. People talking about WWE 2K Battleground, the new game where the characters look like Funko Pops. The video game. What do you think of the new video game? You guys excited for WWE 2K Battleground? More plugs from Ms. and Mrs. They are moving again. Why does it? I haven't watched enough of that show to get into it as a reality show as we get back here from commercial break. But it seems like every season they move. They have to move somewhere. If you don't do it already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Would appreciate that. Put that up on screen. Yeah, it's official if you type it on screen. Oh, see, they did the Eric versus Bobby Lashley battle there, so they can just be in a match later on tonight. I see what they're doing. Trying to hold your quarter hour, 50 minutes per TV. See what the NFL looks like tonight. Halftime, you have Steelers and Giants. Steelers up 16-10 on the New York Giants. And then coming up at, I believe, about 30 minutes from now, they will have the Titans and the Broncos. So a double bill on Monday Night Football. Of course, this is week one. They always want to do that. Tough competition for WWE Monday Night Raw. How do you think they're going to fare in that regard? Football is back. That does throw people off for a loop and all the different ways of what's going on with television. We started to notice WWE ratings start to be stronger, specifically on NXT being on Tuesdays, and SmackDown doing its strongest numbers since April this past Friday. Cedric Alexander, Ricochet going at it. Looks like Cedric is getting the advantage. That mean streak is helping him out right now. Gonna turn my sound on a little bit, just a little bit. So I'm not doing that here. I'm gonna take this headphone out here so I can hear the sound here, guys. So stick around. They're both down. Oh no. Come on, get up. Oh, Dolph Ziggler with a big Motley Crue reference. What's up, guys? How you doing? Enjoying the stream here? Hop in. Tell us what you guys think of Monday Night Raw live in real time. Woo! What a chop. Boom. Mm-hmm. Damn. Come on. Constant interference here by the Hurt Business on the outside of the ring. Ricochet could hit that big 450 here. Ooh. And he lands and rolls out of it. That's impressive. Cedric Alexander bouncing off that. Ooh, big Falcon Arrow. Ooh, it was a Taka Michinoku driver. Say that fast with your Midwestern accent. Oh, that lumbar check was insane. Big win for Cedric Alexander. Huge win for him. Uh-oh. Retribution? Uh-oh. You're in trouble now, dude. Retribution's here. Is that Mia Yim in the center there? It's definitely Dominic Dijakovic on the right in Retribution. Mm-hmm. Pretty good promo there. They didn't attack. Sarah Schreiber backstage here. I like her. Growing on me. Mickie James interview coming up. Big opportunity for her. It's got like a Dragon Ball Z type outfit on tonight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why is this your last chance? Why? Why would this be her last chance? What's up, dudes? Asuka's still strutting, still walking and talking it. Can you guys hear me okay? Sound still good? Asuka making her way out to the ring. First time viewers want to know, have any of you guys been in Thunderdome? I'm looking at Thunderdome behind us. Surveillant Robert DeFields was with me a little bit earlier. Big pyro for her. this guy with the blonde hair and like the turquoise hat and the Domino's commercial always looks like, oh dude, that's a good taco, but it's also a pizza. I was kind of like that. It is not a soggy taco. No, it's a slice of pizza, buddy. Who wants to get on screen? Like right now. On YouTube. You want to do it? With the Libu Emu commercial. I guess some people are watching in the UK and saying, did it cut to break on USA and come back to a Retribution promo? It did in the UK. No, if you're watching overseas. Outcast and a Hyundai commercial. The band Outcast. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for watching live. Just hanging out. You watch for a little bit, maybe go watch something else, maybe go get something to eat. Get yourself a snack, get yourself a sugary soda. It's not good for you, but you like it anyway, like I'm doing. They don't pay for that. I'm not saying who they are. Guess what fast food brand I'm eating from that is actually advertising on Raw tonight. Relentless Hunters. We're getting a ad for hunting on the Outdoor channel, Sportsman channel. I've never heard of these channels before. Sorry to people that are outdoors people. Adam Pearce going off on his security team because Retribution is always interrupting the show. If I'm delaying and talking to you guys, it's because I have Monday Night Raw on in my ears. I'm listening to like a promo. Look at this. What's going on here? Hang on, Robert. Oh! Will Hurt Business become the contracted security team of Monday Night Raw?
That's a weird outlook. So, long story short, Thunderdome didn't work out.
Who needs a crowbar and bat when you have Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin?
I get in the Thunderdome, Kev, and it just says, hey, your time is up. Oh, well. Oh, well.
What? Volunteering? I get paid. I wouldn't hire them.
I would.
I would not hire them. I wouldn't hire them. Hang on. I'm going to plug in my microphone so I can talk to you, Robert. Robert, would you hire them as personal security in the Hurt Business?
Yeah, I think I would.
Why?
Lashley, for one. Lashley, I think, is a very good security guard.
I want to keep the sound down low enough that I can hear it in one ear and still be able to talk to you.
So
Do this. That's what I'm doing
I
now.
get in the Thunderdome, and it says, "Yeah, sorry, your time is up." And just
how many? Maybe they have enough. So you were trying to get into WWE Thunderdome, right?
Yeah.
What was the process there? What happened?
At first, it said it was at capacity, and then it let me in. And then when it got me in, it said, "Your time is up. Sign up for the next one."
Okay, so you just missed your flight to the Thunderdome.
So there's some kinks that I think need to be worked out still.
Well, sometimes it's like, do we have enough people we think are reacting good on camera? We're gonna go with them. You know, they got pizzazz. They got charisma.
Who's the dude that literally has the Raw logo on a green screen behind them? That's interesting.
Update, Robert missed out on the WWE Thunderdome. If you're just joining us, I have that on screen, just so you know.
You know, I did. Apparently, I missed out on Retribution, too.
Good promo from Retribution. Good promo from Retribution.
And for the first time, I looked at them, and I was able to kind of go, all right, I can make out who you are.
It's definitely Dominik Dijakovic. We've known that for
Dijakovic is the big one, obviously.
He's the large one. Kaden Carter looked like she was also talking. It looked like maybe Mia Yim.
Mia Yim. Those were Mia's eyes.
I don't know for sure, though.
I'm almost certain.
I don't know for sure, because I always thought that Mia Yim was about the same height as Kaden Carter. So that's all you kind of got to go by when they're masked here. Asuka versus Mickie James. Mickie James saying this could be her last opportunity at a championship in WWE.
So how did they resolve the Andrade fighting with Garza bit?
They didn't. They just kind of fought to break, and they came back and went into the whole Cedric Alexander Ricochet match, which was a great match. If you didn't see it, I really enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I thought the tag match was better.
Like uncomfortably holding up the championship.
Am I still at a little bit of a delay with you, Robert?
You're a little ahead of me.
In terms of sound, or just in terms of watching?
No, in terms of the video quality, you're ahead of me. You're fine with the sound.
Okay, all right, good. At least you can hear me.
I missed out on Thunderdome, man. Kind of sad.
Who are you rooting for here? You want to see Mickie James win the strap?
I would love to see Mickie James win, but I don't think we're going to see a title switch.
Maybe she gets close.
I think Mickey's underrated in this day and age.
She was that close, Robert. All right, that close. I'm crushing you.
You know, I really think Mickey's underrated in this day and age.
Robert, I'm crushing your head. When anyone does that, I immediately go back to Kids in the Hall in the 90s.
You know, Kevin, while we're here, you don't answer your phone. You're very unprofessional.
Oh, did you call me on the phone?
I called you about 3 times.
To get me to bring you into the chat?
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing tweets and other stuff for WrestleZone. I'm running the whole.
You can't look over at the device that's ringing next to you and say, "Oh,
where is it?" I don't even know where my phone is. I have 3 screens up in front of me. You want me to have a 4th screen?
Yeah. Do you know what year you're in? I have 3 screens in front of me.
Ooh, did you see this? They're adding this here on the screen tonight. If Keith Lee wins, he earns a potential WWE Championship opportunity at Clash of Champions. I would assume that if he beats the WWE Champion in a non-title contest,
that's kind of shitty.
Why? Why is it shitty?
They're saying that, he becomes the second if Randy Orton can't compete. If I'm told that I can get a championship match, I want in that match, even if it's turned into a 3-way dance.
Or Drew McIntyre fights both of them on the same night.
Yeah, they could do that. I wouldn't mind that.
Dude, Mickie James still looks phenomenal. Just incredible. You know? When you think of the conditioning that they have to be on TV like this all the time. Ooh! Oh, she went for an arm drag there and ate it.
I think Mickie might be the number 1 in terms of consistency.
Just in terms of just like consistently wrestling and
being genuinely good.
Yeah.
Throughout the entirety that I've seen her.
That you've seen her on television. Oh, I mean, especially when you've seen her on mainstream TV. Because like with Trish Stratus, who's the other big superstar that she had her noteworthy feud with in the 2000s, right? It was that Trish came on as like a
She came
fitness
on.
model
She was a little.
and Trish became a great wrestler on TV. Like you saw.
Yeah, but she was at first a little risque.
Yes, she was very much like she was
Eye
playing
candy.
Yeah, the femme fatale character. Whereas Mickey came in, ooh, I love that where Asuka went for the hip attack, got caught in the ropes, and then heel kick to the outside. That's a good way to go to commercial. If you're going to go to commercial hot. And we now go to the Sonic commercial in which people say, milkshakes for me? I like taking milkshakes for medicinal purposes.
That's what you're drinking, right? I mean, yeah. you have Sonic.
I have milkshakes for medicinal purposes? I sound like Dr. Phil?
There was a petition earlier in the year to get him to be renamed to Mr. Phil.
He should no longer be a doctor.
Well, he was saying some things.
What did he say that was so controversial that they wanted to undoctor him?
People die from car accidents all year long, and we don't stop going outside for car accidents.
Oh, was he making some allusion to
the pandemic
virus and stuff like that? Yeah, I get it. Several TV doctors did it because they want people to be outside and buying consumer products and keeping things going so that their TV show feels like it's still a part of something.
We know
a lot of people saying, I saw that. This is a great tweet. Some people saying Mickey James' gear makes him look like the Monarch from Venture Brothers.
While I have you here, Kev.
Yeah.
We have a mutual friend in the industry.
Yeah, we do.
Did that mutual friend put up an interview with Andrew Yang today?
I believe our mutual friend, Nick Hausman at Wrestling Inc. may have done that. I haven't been able to catch it yet, though.
I've been looking because I am thoroughly. If Andrew Yang was running, I would vote for him. I'm thoroughly enjoying the Andrew Yang wrestling media.
The Yang gang.
I am down with the Yang gang. More importantly, Kevin, I'm down with the fact that this guy knows who fake Razor and fake Diesel are.
that means that dude is a hardcore wrestling fan. There's no way. There's no way.
Andrew Yang was potentially skipping out on Rent to watch.
No, he was a kid. He had to be a kid watching that. So I put this picture up on screen. Adult Swim characters. This show recently got canceled.
The Venture Bros.
Yeah, the Venture Brothers. They were producing the 8th season of this. They were working on the 8th season of this. The show's been around for 17 years, but they won't put out a new season until like 2 or 3 years apart from each other for some odd reason. And part of it, I think, is that the show does 2D animation. It doesn't do like traditional, it does very fluid animation.
I think we need to get like a Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling, but adult form and put
That's what. Hey, Camp WWE is supposed to be that.
Oh, that's right.
Network.
That was fun. I had fun.
You and I are in the minority. I liked Camp WWE. I thought it was genuinely funny. I thought they had some good bits in it. Vince McMahon, the best thing that Vince McMahon has done since he's been off TV was do voiceovers on Camp WWE, playing himself and spoofing himself. And he was a central character in it. And he's like the camp counselor. What?
Where he's just like, I'm fucking great with kids.
Yeah, funny. He's swearing at it and stuff like that. It's crazy. I have this picture up here of these characters from the Venture Brothers because people are saying this is what Mickey James' gear looks like tonight.
I think that Camp WWE, one of the major problems with it was that it was outdated when it aired in terms of the...
like the humor was a little bit too...
No. Like the roster that it had was literally outdated from the stuff that was currently running on programming.
Yeah, but that's hard to do with an animated show. So I understand like animated stuff that you just go with the big notes, the big characters. All right, we're going to give you The Rock. Maybe Austin was on it. We're going to give you Big Show. Undertaker will be on it from time to time. And they would have some other people show up. Like Sergeant Slaughter was like a camp counselor and stuff like that.
I know I'd heard that part of the problem was, well, if I don't want to hear somebody do a bad impression of Austin, I'd rather Austin do Kid Austin. Like...
it's kind of jarring because then you have Vince McMahon doing his own character voice on it, right? So I understand that to a degree. But I also understand you're going to have them doing really ridiculous stuff like Mark Henry having obstructed bowels was one show I watched. I never watched the whole series. I watched like maybe the first half of the first season.
I like that John Cena was like permanently a dweeb. You know, like
Oh, big Hurricane Rana from Mickie James here. What do you think? Another bit. Oh, she went for like a spinning chick kick and did it right to the gut.
I'd like to see Mickie win.
I would too. I don't see her getting the title, but maybe she gets like a count out or maybe do some dusty finish. A little bit of the dusties here. Who do you want to win in the chat? Let us know. You want Asuka or do you want Mickie James? Do you want to see a title change? I think everybody wants to see a title change. Look at Mickie James. Look at Mickie James doing the little bit of the Asuka taunt there. You still a taunt on television. You know that gives you more XP in the video game, right? You get the finisher.
Oh yeah. You also get to hit that other person's finisher. It's like the rules. Hey, look, it's Jesse. Jesse's in the front row of that.
Jesse who?
Buckeye on Twitter.
Who?
Is the blonde in the front row.
Oh, a lot of wrestling. Oh, yes, the wrestling Twitter lady. I've seen her before.
Yeah, she's a good dude.
Yeah, you gotta get some popular internet people in there. Oh, roll up.
I didn't get to be in Thunderdome, but you know, that's okay. I'm not bitter at all.
Close one here. I like how scrappy this match is. Like it's rough around the edges. You know, a lot of hair whipping. You know, Mickie James.
I think that's what wrestling is missing.
Is the rough around the edges stuff? Like, hey, you can mess some stuff up, but if it still looks like it's
like even the deathmatch stuff is super like, hey, it's ballet with weapons.
Oh, Asuka laid that shot into the chest there. This is brutal. You see that spinning back fist, that whole forearm just caught her right in the side of the head. Dude, if Mickie James was doing this in front of the crowd, the whole crowd would be rooting for her. Caught her. Ankle lock. What's she going for? Oh, single leg maple leaf here. A little bit of Lance Storm. Dolph saying she got to lean back. Got to put that whole back into it.
I don't want Dolph Ziggler to succeed in this.
Just like Big Pun. Remember Big Pun? The rapper Big Pun?
I know Big Pun very well.
But no, it's Fat Joe. It's Fat Joe. Maybe no longer fat? Yeah.
Well, now, Kevin, hold on. Now, I understand what you're saying because of the lean back 2005 phenomenon.
Oh, Mickie James is landing that big kick. Cover, what are you doing, Mickie? She's going to grab that rope. Yeah, she got that rope. I'm liking this, dude. I'm liking this. You can feel the hands on the head. Mickie James selling the frustration like a real professional.
She whiffed on that kick, though.
And let's see. They're going to replay it. Oh, no, she caught him. She caught her right there. She got her hand up. Which kick are you talking about? The one they just replayed?
Hold on, because you are a little bit ahead of me. No, not the one they replayed. The one that she tried to pin her off of.
Oh, all right. Well, they didn't slow it down. It didn't look that bad, you know? I don't think it was that awful.
Ref, she already touched the ropes. Ref, call for the break.
Call for the break. All right. Mickie can't sink anything in here, but you can see the frustration with her. Oh, big roll up. Ooh, nearly got her. Oh, she's almost in that Asuka lock now. She's in it. Here we go. Big roll up. She got out of it. When did she tap out? That was a confusing finish, right?
What? Okay, that's meant to be a fuck finish. Because the look on Mickey's face does not.
All right. Oh no, the ref is like going towards somebody, and he's going to say something. That was confusing, right?
Yeah.
She was in the move, and then she flipped over, and it looked like she was going for a pin, and then they just went for the bell, right?
Yep.
Selena Vega's coming out here. That was a weird fucking finish, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for swearing, but That was a weird finish, right?
Something ain't right here. Again, I'm significantly more proud to be from New York every time I look at Selena Vega.
Selena Vega going to insert herself into the title program now.
There goes your she should wrestle more thing, Kevin.
My what?
Your whole she should wrestle more.
Yeah, she should wrestle more if she's over that much. Being great. It was my mom's favorite thing to yell at us as kids.
You know what? I can believe that.
That I was an ingrate?
No, not that you were an ingrate, just that sounds like a very heavily insulting word. Ingrate.
Ingrate. What happened with that finish, right?
Yeah, somebody screwed up. Everybody and their mother, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
When this, I feel it when this woman talks.
Ah, big eyes from Asuka. A lot of head shaking from Asuka. Looks like we're getting Selena and Asuka at Clash of Champions.
I got a bit of a problem with this.
Mickey James is out of the picture right away right now. I don't know what happened in that finish with her.
I got a bit of a problem with this.
With Selena Vega and Asuka?
Yeah.
Because that match gave me the sense that Mickey James was going to get close.
Well, does it make any sense that, like, last time we saw Selena as a wrestler, she got her ass handed to her several times by Bianca. Where's Bianca?
True. But you can't deny that Selena's over.
I mean, I'm good with it. I don't like that they're splitting Selena from Andrade, but I'm good with it.
I feel bad for Mickey James. I thought she was going to actually not win the title, but get a real show. That finish, that was an exciting match, too. Something happened there. I think there was some miscommunication. There was something there. Something didn't end right. Maybe they were running out on time, you know? Never good to have something end like that in a title match.
I like that Charlie is so good at being a total, like, asshole to Selena Vega.
A lot of people on Twitter, you look at the hashtag Raw, could not continue. The F kind of stupid shiz was that. Asuka retains, but did Mickey get hurt?
I have a theory. If you'll play along.
I'm confused at that ending. This one person tweets here. WTF?
I think that the good referee might have received special favor by Lana, because Lana and Mickey and Natty were having a beef. So I can see the referee getting into a place where he'd be willing to cost Mickey the match to gain some favor with Lana.
So you're saying they did the screw job finish of she's in a hold, ring the bell, she didn't tap out.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that if it goes that way. I know people are mad that they use the screw job constantly every few years as like some type of storyline thing, but if it's something that elevates a character and gives them pursuit, you know, I thought when they did Natalya versus Mickey, I think they did like a singles like a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
On Raw, like that was more just to start an angle with them, and it's kind of unfinished. I'm okay with it. I mean, if they get to do a kickoff match, that'd be great. I could see them being slotted there. That's not a bad spot. A lot of people see those kickoff matches. Promo for this week's SmackDown on Friday. SmackDown with some big ratings. Some of their biggest numbers of 2020 this past Friday. Headlined by Roman Reigns showing up late for a tag team match where he was supposed to be with his cousin Jey Uso, who will challenge him for the WWE Championship, the WWE Universal Championship at the Clash of Champions. What do you think of that match, Robert?
One of the most exciting matches I have seen in quite some time.
It has a built-in thing. I think WWE's kind of understood, especially the response that Dominic and Rey Mysterio have gotten, because it's family. You buy into it. You can't recreate that, right? And I think that's kind of what they said. Like, hey, let's see if we can get something like that over here on SmackDown. And then on top of it, I think there's a lot of interest from casual fans and hardcore fans in what's going on with that Roman Reigns. You know, now that he's back and he's a heel, you know, he can't be shoved down our throat if we're supposed to boo him. But I don't want to boo him. I like him because I don't get to boo him anymore.
See, but I haven't
confusing.
seen people get to that point yet. I still see a lot of people who want to boo him because they're still mad that he's there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do enjoy these commercials where the guy trains people in their 30s not to be their parents. I think that's kind of funny. Yeah, he's got blue hair. He's got blue hair. Don't look at it. He has blue hair. He's got blue hair. He has blue hair.
These commercials are genuinely the funniest. These progressive can't keep you from becoming your parents.
Yeah, exactly. You're a little bit behind me, so you're.
Yeah, I really am, and I'm not like I pay for cable, and I'm like.
Do you pay for cable to be faster than Kevin's cable?
And I don't appreciate it.
You should pay for your cable match. People saying at least the match was good with Mickey and Asuka. I'm seeing that on Twitter.
No. See, I'm the kind of person that a bad finish
ruins the whole thing for you.
Yeah, you can keep your match.
Someone saying it looked like Mickey was tapping the mat as she rolled over. I didn't see it though. They didn't show it.
She put her hand on the mat, but it wasn't like, oh no, I've had it, I'm tapping.
And then already there's some people tweeting justice for Mickey James.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If somebody loses a wrestling match with a predetermined finish, they have been done wrong.
Kevin, they have, and you need to accept that.
The very reputable Twitter handle. This is a different one. I thought this is of a podcast. I won't say who it is.
Are you gonna go into the whole how WrestleVotes is like, yeah, and somebody doesn't want to resign?
We'll talk about that. But somebody was saying was Mickey James possibly concussed in the match?
From what? I
don't know. Well, I mean, that could happen. There's been times when people have suffered concussion in a match. We didn't notice it.
Did you know that Chris Jericho said Matt Hardy is apparently not hurt?
I did see that. Matt Hardy obviously suffered that awful injury. What was it now? Over a week ago?
You know who broke that?
Yeah.
I did.
I
wrote that first.
Robert, I was watching a Saturday Night Special and I heard him say it. So he didn't break it. Other people were watching it. It wasn't an exclusive.
But did you write it, Kevin? But did you write it down so that you could get attribution?
Really, Robert? We're gonna go there?
Really, Kevin? We're there. We're going there. We're there.
All right. Clash of Champions brought to you by Hyundai. That's a big sponsor for WWE. Car sponsor. And the launch of the new video game, which drops in just a few days. Is that video game comes out? Does that come out on Friday?
Why are they not brought to you by Lugs, the boots with attitude, Kevin?
But no, I'm mentioning this. WWE getting a car sponsorship is a big deal. That's not a small get. This is our third or fourth segment with no. So we had a match with them. Retribution coming out here. Lights are off. But here comes the Viking Raiders. Eric alone, wearing his Viking helmet, will take on Bobby Lashley. I'm pretty sure Eric is going to get mauled here by Bobby Lashley. What say you, Robert?
I'm a big fan of anything that gets Retribution more on TV.
Tough competition, obviously, for WWE. This is their in-your-face special edition of Monday Night Raw. They're definitely trying to compel you to not change the channel.
Who is marketing right now and saying, guys, we need more taglines is what we need.
Well, it's just another way to get you to pay attention to the show. I mean, they're going up. This is their first week up against Monday Night Raw. They need to remind you not to change the channel. They're definitely trying to do things when they go to commercial break to not get you to change the channel. That's all television right now.
I guess.
I mean, we're probably getting whoever's watching our YouTube stream tonight is tuning in for a little bit here and there, right? And maybe they're watching something else on YouTube. Wow, that Jessie gal, very popular on Twitter and her tweets about wrestling and everything like that. She is up front and center. She must have talked to somebody in WWE social media team.
She is the only person who, in the pandemic, has been to both WWE and AEW, I guess, by virtue of Thunderdome.
I guarantee she's tweeting about that tonight. I would too. Well, Eric holds his own here with Bobby Lashley.
Well,
Eric blasted him with that knee.
He's been in the pit. He's been in the underground.
He has been in the underground.
Kevin, when's the last time you were in the pit?
A mosh pit?
Yes.
I've thrown down in a pit. It's been a long, long time. I would say the last time I was in a real pit.
All right.
Oh, man. I'm going to date myself right now. We're going to say first administration Obama, I want to say.
Wow.
So you get your ass knocked out. Not knocked out, but I mean you get blasted in a pit like real hard with cement.
You know me, and you know certain conditions,
and
I had a pit make its way to me.
How did a pit?
And so,
wait, Bobby Lashley's got him locked up here in the full Nelson. He braced those legs. Is Eric gonna tap out here? Eric's going to tap out. That was a fun short match. I mean, Eric got monster mauled here by Bobby Lashley. I think Bobby Lashley needs to stay strong and look like a real beast. Fans of the Thunderdome putting their thumbs down. They're not fans of it. Thumbs down, Robert. This is how you get into the Thunderdome. Okay. Eric wrecked him there. Damn near killed him. And he held his own. Big pop-up choke slam there in the replay into the Dominator. Never liked the Dominator as a finish. Always thought I think Bobby Lashley looks better here with his full Nelson. Shows off his strength and his power. Wrecks your body with his full muscles. You have to use all of the muscles, all the muscular system. You know.
All of the muscles. Man, Bobby Lashley has traps on top of traps. Kevin Owens now backstage taping up here. And we're getting them in. Are we getting them in the underground tonight? No, we had them in the underground last week. We did.
Yeah. Definitely this will be interesting here. Kevin Owens, I think, is one of those guys you can always, long term, you're going to have him for at least another 4 years with WWE. I think they could position him for another title run if they wanted to down the line. Sweet dinosaur tattoo on the other buy here.
Is that new?
Relatively new. I mean, what is going on, Robert? What is that? What just went off? Did one of your speaking?
That is an alarm to tell me to do my skincare, Kevin.
Oh, your skincare routine. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to stop you from moisturizing.
It's important.
Yeah.
I come on here and I'm on camera so much, and you gotta moisturize.
Are you saying I need to moisturize? Some people have told me I need to moisturize.
Kevin, I'm sure that you have people in your life that tell you to moisturize.
Oh, I do. I'm having some. There is a lady in my life who's saying, Kevin, maybe you need an exfoliation routine.
Kevin, she has your best interest at heart. Skincare will make you feel like a new person.
Mm-hmm. Kevin
I enjoy
Owens
the
here.
fact that we can just get in here like buds,
Mm-hmm.
and it just is. It's like you're just on the couch with your buds.
I do like this. It's just us hanging and talking shiz. I like Kevin Owens just manufacturing saying, like, my whole thing is about fighting. You can beat me in something. But here comes Aleister Black, still with the eye covered. Does he still have the eye covered? Is he still wearing an eye patch or something like that? Oh, the cage is getting constructed here. So then, what are they gonna finish with now?
Whatever they do.
Robert, they're constructing the cage inside the Thunderdome. It will be on next. It's worth noting that Monday Night Raw is live again, so they are up against the wall to get this thing built in real time. Challenging situation for them.
When's
I think
the
it's
last
time to
time you
get a
saw a
drink.
cage
Can
built?
you hold it down? Can you hold it down while I go get a drink?
I think I can.
All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna mute that. I'm gonna go have a bathroom break. I'm gonna give you full screen here, Robert. You're gonna behave yourself, right?
I will.
You'll behave yourself, Robert. Do that. Okay, I'll be right back. Robert, make fun of the commercials. I'll be right back.
All right. If you're watching, enjoy. It's the WrestleZone YouTube channel. We've got some great videos up on our YouTube channel with Eric Bischoff. I know we just interviewed Thunder Rosa. We got 2 Dynamite Dudes with Attitudes. I was supposed to be in Thunderdome today, but I missed out for whatever reason, and now I'm here. Get your comments on screen. I don't mind, answering some questions, maybe just talking about wrestling. I'm excited for this cage match. Dominic Mysterio just getting thrown to the wolves already. What do you guys think? As we've got, what kind of commercial do I have here? This is how we Sonic. Oh, now I got a Aspercream for old people who have joint damage.
I'm back, Robert. I'll be on camera with you in a second.
All right, Kevin's back. I had no interaction with the people. I don't know if there are people watching.
Okay.
But if you are, you
We
should
got pizza
go
on
to
the screen.
wrestling.com. Check us out. Check me out.
Domino's and pizza during the same commercial break.
I got a Cricket commercial.
Yeah? What's your quick commercial?
Cricket for the cell phone company.
What's up, if you guys are just joining us? I am Kevin. Kevin's
going to put himself full screen as I go and get my own drink.
I'll do that. I will hide you, all right? Yeah, Robert will be back with us as he gets his own drink and rejoin us here. Go ahead and get your comments on screen. Go ahead and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. On YouTube, we produce all of our post shows. We'll have a post show for Monday Night Raw later on tonight if you just watch a little bit of this. We do it for the pay-per-views. We do it for NXT. We do it for AEW. We do it for you. If you're just a podcast in your ears person, you can also subscribe to our podcast. It's available on Apple. It's available on Spotify, iHeartRadio, all those different apps. You can join us on there as well. And if you're with us for the first time, go ahead and just comment. Go ahead and tell us what you think. What's going on tonight's Monday Night Raw. Kind of looking at the hashtag Raw Twitter right now of what people are saying. A lot of people still talking about this weird Mickie James Asuka match from earlier tonight, just a few segments ago, and it ended abruptly with it looked like Mickie James tapped out in a competitive match, but wasn't clear. This fan Nikel Shawarma texting in, yes, I love to see it, but did Mickie James really tap out? A lot of people confused about it. T's here on screen on WWE Raw right now for the upcoming Raw Underground in the third hour. We're about 25 minutes away from that. And a lot of CNN superstars here. Oh, Braun Strowman just showed up on Monday Night Raw. What happened here? Oh, wow. He wants himself to be inside the underground. That is odd. He just wants to be in there and he wants to wreck some people. Former WWE Universal Champion. Just dropped the strap recently, wants to have his edge. He's going to walk in there with his Under Armour shirt on and mess somebody up. Wow. You want something there. That'll be interesting. Braun Strowman in the underground. Wow. Coming back here from Thunderdome, MVP apparently now is sticking around for commentary. This is odd. I wonder why they don't have Dolph Ziggler still on commentary. Did they explain that at all? Why he's not on commentary? Anyone catch that? This cage match will be between Dominic Mysterio and Seth Rollins. Gotta love Dominic's debut at SummerSlam. The match last week with Buddy Murphy was pretty cool. I've been enjoying it, man. I've been enjoying a lot of the stuff with Dominic. They've definitely made him look and feel like a big deal. You can't deny it here. And thank you guys so much for checking out the stream here on YouTube. And like you see there on screen, you can catch out everything else we have on the podcast stream, all those different apps and stuff like that too. If you're watching for the first time, shout out where you guys are watching from. I want to know where you guys are watching from, anywhere in the world. Where is it? Is it in India? Is it in Cyprus? We've had a lot of people listen to our podcast in Cyprus for some reason. Go ahead and shout out where you guys are watching from. Robert will rejoin us here in a minute when he gets a drink. Recapping everything here that has been going on since April, it feels like, with Rollins versus Ray, and now Dominic involved in it as a WWE superstar. And Ray physically not wrestling, going to be supportive here last week. This street fight they did where every member of the Mysterio family had a kendo stick and beat up Murphy in this street fight. Now they'll be in a cage match, Rollins versus Dominic in a cage match. Something makes me think that Dominic gets messed up real bad in this cage match. And weapons could be in there too, maybe kendo sticks. You know, everybody and their mama using kendo sticks last week. Who do you guys think is going to win? Dominic versus Seth Rollins here. Want to know? Sound off. Let me know what you guys think. Cage match as well. I think cage matches are fun. They're kind of brutal. WWE has a good track record with them recently. That Mercedes Martinez Rhea Ripley cage match from last week was super impressive. Really violent and brutal. And this match was particularly violent last week. This is almost a pay-per-view match in its own way, too. People are really underrated on this feud here. Dominic has done a whole lot in a short period of time and has delivered on the emotions that are involved in this. A valiant use of Ray at ringside here in this street fight. The family coming to get Dominic, who's laced up in the ropes, from getting out. I like that. Oh, and of course, the sunset powerbomb into the table on the outside. So impressive. I'm loving Dominic as a new superstar. It's that next level of Rey Mysterio. I'm enjoying it. You feel the emotion, the family involved in there. How do you guys feel about Dominic as a superstar? Want to know your thoughts? I'm feeling it. More people. Let's look at the Twitter machine. Looking up hashtag WWE Raw. People like Nate Chive saying the Black Owens feud is now entering its fourth week and we don't have any sort of explanation as to why it's happening. Why are they fighting? A lot of things with Black are certainly mysterious. I agree. There needs to be a little bit more cementing of why that's going on here. And we now cut to Seth Rollins backstage at Monday Night Raw. Wonder what he's up to here. I want to make sure the sound is solid here as I can hear this. Oh, he's going to chew out his boy here. Uh-oh. Yeah, you don't want to come and see him. You're in trouble, buddy. Mm-hmm. 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 Does Retribution get inside the cage? That would be interesting. Shooting this at like a Dutch angle. It's interesting. What do you think of this tweet? Steelers are in NFL football tonight. Who needs the Steelers when you have a steel cage? What do you think? You pro for that? Are you into that? Let me know what you think. I'm gonna tweet that out. I think that works. Ooh. Uh-oh, Seth, turn around now. Ooh. Seth Rollins really slapping the heck out of Buddy Murphy here, getting really mad at him. Interesting. Ooh, the cage music. Boom, 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 ding, doom, 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 doom. Oh, I just love it. It's a cage match. What a test here for Dominic Mysterio. Another strong test for him and his young WWE career. Robert's going to rejoin me here in just a second. Hang on, Robert. Robert, we still don't have this cage match here in a second. They're going to put them... Where am I looking for here? I'm looking for where to plug my headphones in. There we are. That's what I'm looking for. You still hear me on the good mic here?
Yes, sir.
We're getting this cage match here in just a second.
You know, it's amazing that I was able to, kind of clean up my bathroom, run downstairs, get a soda, eat half a sandwich, come upstairs, and no cage match.
Well, you got to put that cage up, dude. It takes a while. Have you ever been in a ring or been around a ring when they put up a cage?
No. The coolest thing I've ever gotten to see live, well, I saw the Royal Rumble live, 2008 with John Cena, and then I saw a mock Rumble with it had Tommy Dreamer, Jay Lethal, the Sandman was in it. One of those New York indie.
Okay, it was cool though.
Yeah, it's everybody.
I've seen, in terms of the structures that WWE has, I've seen the old big blue bar cage. I saw Owen versus Brett at SummerSlam. That was an incredible cage.
Do you remember that strongly?
Yeah, I was there. That was the first WWE show I ever went to. SummerSlam '94. I was 11 years old. That was so spectacular. That was one of the other, and I was way up, so you could see everything. So every time they went up to the top of the cage, you would just hear the whole arena just go. It was just really, really cool, and I love that. I went to Backlash 2007, and that had
Batista here. Yeah.
No, it was Batista. I think Batista versus Great Khali in a Punjabi prison match.
No, that's No Mercy.
I was at No Mercy. You're right. It was a No Mercy. And I remember I was doing a wrestling podcast. Everyone else on the show was like, I'm going to take this show off. I don't think I need to go to this. Because it was John Cena just pulled out of the show. We were waiting until the week of to get tickets. And they were like, oh, John Cena, we're not going to go, And so I was the only one. I went, and I had a good time. And because that was the show where Triple H had 2 matches on it, and they changed the title twice on one show, but they also had the Punjabi. It was just the mismatch show of a bunch of different things on it. It was fun.
I like that though. I think I miss a lot of that to me. You don't see things like that anymore. You don't. I
know I went to another big cage match. We're talking about cage matches here. Cage matches I've seen live. I'm trying to think of another big one that I went to.
You ever seen The Chamber?
Oh, no, I've never seen The Chamber. I did see a cage match with Bray Wyatt, and I want to say maybe Drew McIntyre at the time. And this was last year before he turned heel, and it was a dark match. So they did the cage as a dark match, attraction for people. And I think I saw a cage. Yeah, I saw a cage match with Dean
Didn't you see
Ambrose.
War Games? You didn't take your nephew to War Games?
Oh no, I went to War Games. Holy shit, I went to War Games. That was the other big one I was thinking of. I went to War Games back in November. I was trying to think of like the other.
You know,
big shows
Kevin, I gotta remember your life for you sometimes. It's okay.
What?
I gotta remember your life for you. You know.
Thank you.
I am your brain, Kevin. Is what I'm
You're
saying.
my brain. If you're my brain, I understand why I'm making so many mistakes in life, Robert.
I mean, God, I tossed it up and you give it right back to me. Beautiful. We have a beautiful relationship.
Of course, R-Truth is cutting a promo now to Kit Kats. Liv Morgan's going to come in and break herself off a piece of that Kit Kat or take her own, which I think is a smart move. No.
I think we stopped those TikTok streams so that we could sell Kit Kats in our own thing.
Hey, we can't have people on Cameo, eating their own candy. Can't have that. Well, finally, we're going to get to this cage match. They've been teasing this for like a good 15 minutes. Maybe they had an issue with the cage.
This is really weird, Kevin.
What, they haven't gotten the cage up yet?
Yeah.
They want to make sure. They want to be safe. Maybe they're going to do something.
But also,
really
like, the
crazy.
weird and wacky, like, hey, now MVP's on commentary. Now R-Truth is going to plug Kit Kat bars.
They're certainly not doing Raw as normal,
Hey,
I'll give them this. They feel like they can change some structural things to the show in terms of like the host, the commentary stuff. We have Mandy Rose now is going to be on Monday Night Raw. Someone was like, I did a little Q&A today on Twitter, and someone's like, why are they having her move to Raw? It seems so ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And this looks really cool. This lighting here. Let's get ready for him to come in. It makes sense to me. She needs a shakeup. If the issue with her and Sonya is kind of iced for a while, do something different with her. They need new people on Raw. They need new people on SmackDown. That's why the draft is happening. You need new matchups. You don't want the same repetition. We've had Dominic versus Seth now in some way or another.
Like 4 times.
Well, they had the big match at SummerSlam, which was a great match. You saw that. You told me you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And Dominic has been really impressive. So, but if they told me in the draft that Dominic was going to SmackDown, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's how you kind of break up that storyline, right? Especially if you have some finality here.
I find it weird that Dominic is just like a roster guy now. Like, he just is.
Oh, he just kind of like, well, yeah, I watched his Day Of special that premiered this weekend on the network. I was kind of like, oh, Sunday afternoon, Bears were already done. Big Bears come back yesterday. Like, total comeback by the Bears in the fourth quarter there. They were, Mitch Trubisky was going to maybe have the end of his Bears career in week 1. It came out really good. And then after, I was like, oh, what else am I going to watch? And I watched Day Of on the network, and it was really good. And they focused on Sonya and Mandy, but really on Dominic having his first match in WWE and him saying he wished Eddie was there,
Yes. And you got to see, like, Vince did a really cool thing where he was like, you should be very proud of yourself. Nobody gets those reactions that you get no matter how long they've been in the business. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, he didn't need to say that.
I love human Vince McMahon.
Well, maybe older, wiser Vince McMahon. Is the family going to get involved here?
Well, they shouldn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Angie is starting to feel it.
Well, I love they have their helicopter wrestling parents. They're helicopter wrestling parents. They're consistently supportive wrestling parents. Dominic, who wins this? Dominic or Seth? I think Seth.
Rollins has to win this.
Yeah. If he injures Dominic in a way where they can do a big follow-up down the line.
I don't know.
Dominic's got some cool music.
Better than some of the newer ones for the regular roster.
Yeah, Ray's been in the cage a handful of times. There's some big
It's
names.
very odd to me that like Aaliyah and Angie are just like, yeah, let's go. Let's just go around and.
Well, Aaliyah and Angie definitely got their hair done for TV tonight.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, listen. If your salon isn't open, which isn't a thing because they're in Florida, so it's very open. But if your salon isn't open, you might as well get it done by TV people.
Yeah, they definitely had to get tested to be there. You know.
What's the over/under on Aaliyah possibly becoming a wrestler?
I think if she was a wrestler, we would have heard about it by now.
I think she's still young though. Dominic's only 22.
Dominic, he's not even 20.
She might be like 16, 17.
He's 22, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, even on this day up special, him talking about the whole first day, he kind of lays out his gear. He goes, this is crazy. Like, I've been training for years, and he always thought, like, oh, I'd go to NXT and learn the style for television first, you know? And he when he started talking about this with his dad, he's like, my dad said it, and they cut to his like dad in like 1998 saying that he would like to pass the mask on to him. I did that interview. I told you about it last year, where he said Ray said this whole stage of his career is just setting up Dominic. You know,
amazing. I have given you attribution many times over at another website for that interview because I always
it's a great chat. I was very surprised how candid Ray got with him. God bless you. Thank God you're over there.
Yeah,
I don't know that.
Yeah, you saw a real sneeze there. I almost fell out of my chair. That's a real.
He's already trying to get out of there.
COVID, man.
Oh. See Seth catching there, almost dropped him into that tornado DDT. I love the cuts too, like Ray like shouting to Dominic in the ring, "You gotta do this! you gotta like the encouragement is fun." Where did you get that kendo stick?
Kendo sticks are us.
So many kendo sticks in WWE recently.
I'm gonna say Retribution interferes and just screws up the Mysterio family.
You think so?
Yeah.
They reveal themselves as Seth Rollins' cronies here as we go to another commercial break. Oh, commercials! Let's look what people are saying on the hashtag. You want to see the comments there?
Sure.
Okay, as we're rolling through here. Let me scroll. I need Seth to playfully slap Murphy's back and chest. Well, we already slapped him quite a bit here.
So what we have here is somebody projecting onto Seth Rollins and Murphy.
Definitely. Several people still confused as I look at this hashtag. Since we saw that Mickie James Asuka match, that title match from earlier tonight, people still very confused about that finish. A lot of people want to know what's going on there.
I think
and you alluded that it was you alluded that it was a screw job. We're gonna find out that it's a screw job of some kind.
I would hope so. Like this is me, you know, with big dreams, just hoping that that's the way they're going here.
This one from Tosh. What is it? No, TQ Sherwood at TQ Sherwood saying Murphy turned face against that rat. That rat, Seth Rollins. He's a rat. Skyla Blackwell texting in saying, I'm pumped, or no, tweeting here. I'm pumped for this steel cage match. Dominic has been looking great in the ring. Let's see.
Iridian Fiera, our mutual rest friend, is a fan of Dominic.
Oh, she's not just a fan.
I know.
She's not just a fan. She's got hots. She's got hots.
Got the hots for Dominic.
She's got the hots for Dominic. I've proposed to her for a very long time that she should, if she gets long term with Dominic, she can become Iridian Dash Mysterio.
Now, see,
I
told her when he debuted, he's got DM on the back of the gear because he's waiting for you.
Oh, come on. You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
But that's why I'm here, Kevin.
Frank Bonini saying, hey, USA Network, y'all need to work on the timing of when to go to commercial breaks. How many effing commercial breaks?
See, I'm not as pissed about the commercial breaks like I was with the Iron Man match.
Because that was just one match, right?
Yeah, like I just wanted to see that match uninterrupted.
Mm-hmm. Other people are tweeting this one. Is Ray's daughter going to be a part of the storyline? Maybe join Seth? And then I hate this when somebody does this. Book it at Bruce Pritchard, at Vince McMahon, at Shane McMahon.
Because that's going to work.
Yeah, if you tag them in your tweets, you know they're going to book your fantasy booking.
I don't mind that. I just think it's like incredibly naive at this point. Like, why? You're just being cheeky.
And other people saying Michael Cole got cut off when they went to commercial here. I didn't catch that. Did you? And this person using this is a very funny one. They're using the Gautier. You remember that song from Gautier? Somebody that I used to know. But you didn't have to cut me off. Someone said that Michael Cole got cut off.
Make a like it never.
Back from commercial, Seth Rollins splashing Dominic's head into the steel cage. And Angie just has to clap. Come on, baby. Get up. Get up. Angie has very Bailey hair tonight. Ray is wearing his Kiss-styled mask tonight. Looking like the
yeah, he's very, very Paul Stanley.
Very Paul Stanley.
Very Paul Stanley.
Don't make me get in there and use my love gun.
It takes a certain. You got to be in a mood for Kiss.
There you go. Got to reverse that Irish whip into the steel cage. Now remember, Robert, based on what we know in professional wrestling, when steel meets flesh, it's steel that always wins.
Oh God, that was like ripped. You ripped that straight from the generic video game commentary.
That's a Mick Foley line too. Oh, big Hurricane Rana from Dominic into the steel cage. Murphy is at ringside. I thought he's not supposed to be there. He's gonna mess it up. What if Murphy's a part of Retribution? Ray feeding the kendo stick into his son. Laying in those shots. If you're that referee, you got to stand clear of it, right? Yeah. Who's the referee in this match?
I can't get a good look at the referee's face.
Neither can I. Man, he was laying those shots.
I think it's Jason.
I think you're right.
Ayers. I try to know the referees' names because I missed that when I was a kid. You know?
Big spine buster there, too. Do you want cage match strategy? Do you want to win in the cage with the pinfall, or do you want to climb out if you're wrestling?
So I think that's a dated, like, the climbing out is like a dated way to win. I think it worked very well when you're Hogan and you're doing the whole, I'm leaving, brother, and you're doing the whole big climb out. But like,
they did the classic cage match, slingshot into the cage and climb up right away, you know?
Yeah.
Dominic does not have his father's hops, but look how physically comfortable he is in the ring with everything he's doing. Like, this is a cage match. This is a really dynamic match you have to do. Your timing has to be very specific, and you're working with a structure too, right? He is taken to this so quickly, and he sells really good. I'm not saying he's the best wrestler in the world. There's probably other people in the ring that are better than him.
He's natural though. It's almost like The Rock. Yeah, like Rocky Maivia wasn't great, but like you can just see it's so natural.
And the thing is, like, about him, he's only going to get better. You know, like that's the way I look at it. Like, if he stays healthy, he's only going to get better. So that's why it's so fun to watch. It's like, this guy's going to be a really big star the more he's in the ring and the more he gets to be his own character on top of the legacy he's on.
Yeah, I'd like to see him.
I love this. Ray trying to pull his son out. Here comes Murphy. Damn, Ray's taking a lot of punishment here for having that bad bicep. Oh, Murphy just turned around and slammed the steel cage. He stopped Ray from pulling his son out of the cage with the door open and then slammed it accidentally, the cage door, on Seth. That's a cool kind of like your goon messes it up for you finish. Ooh. Murphy just fell off the top of the cage there. Big frog splash. Gonna do it for Eddie. 1, 2. Big 2. Gotta kick that out. Gotta get that shoulder up. Gotta get that shoulder up there, Robert. Gonna check on him. Robert, you see me? I'm seeing 2. I'm seeing 2. You see the 2 right here, Robert?
I do see the 2.
If you enjoy my big, ridiculous arm movements on camera, give this video a thumbs up.
This is probably the best match that I've ever seen up close, because right now they're basically playing to just them.
Oh, look at that. They have like a steel girder like right above a wire framing there to kind of keep the cage together. Seth's trying to stop Dominic from getting off the top rope. Nothing ever looks comfortable when you're on top of the cage. Oh, no. Superplex off the top here. Oh! Into a Falcon Arrow. Oh, man. He kicked out of that? Dude, they got me in. People bitch and complain about WWE, but this Dominic thing has been my favorite thing to watch for like the last month.
It's because he's good at it.
He's good at it, and he's new, and it's compelling because it also plays into the past. You know, you're rooting for him because his family's right there. Who doesn't want to impress their mom and dad? You know?
It's that weigh heavily with you, Kevin?
What?
Does that resonate heavily with you?
Oh, if my mom and dad are watching tonight, I hope they're rooting me on, you know?
If your mom and dad are watching, I hope they know that their son is a great guy. You know, he's fantastic.
I don't believe a word you're saying. I don't believe a word you're saying. Oh, roll up here from Dominic. Nearly got him. I'm loving this match. Oh, just hit him with the big stomp. That could be it right there. You see Ray turn around. He's very upset. You see he's really upset here. He knows it's bad news. I like the cage is keeping Ray and the family outside, and they're rooting for Dominic so much on the inside of the cage. Oh, another big stomp. Seth could pin him here, but he's not going to do it. Is he going to do it? He's going to pin him now? He just took 2 big stomps to the head. Seth is going to win. And, oh, man. Like, his mom is nearly crying.
Yeah.
This is, God damn, they got me. This is great. I love this, dude. It doesn't feel as like you're just rooting for your family. La familia. But the cage really worked tonight. Like the cage really, really helped this out because they're like right there and they can't get in and change anything. And here's Seth doing the big crybaby face type stuff. Seth is one of the top heels in the business, man. Well, if I'm Buddy Murphy, I slam this cage door on him again right here. Rollins is really pissed off at Murphy. Oh, bad idea, Ray, getting in the ring and checking on your son. It's a bad idea. Is this it for Murphy with Rollins, you think?
No.
He's getting slammed into the cage?
No, I don't think so.
Well, he just got a cage door slammed in his face. So, Robert, I would say he's no longer a disciple then.
It's Kevin. It's Payback.
And Payback is a bitch.
You know, he had to learn. He made a mistake, and now he had to feel the repercussions of his
Here is
mistake.
Seth Rollins going over to Angie Mysterio and Aaliyah. Look at them. Look at them. Such good professionals. Just selling it like 100%.
Rollins is doing great work here, and I think that people crap on it because they just want to burn it down.
Why is Aaliyah checking on Buddy Murphy?
Ah, what a line.
What did you catch there?
From Seth Rollins.
What did you catch?
Hell of a job you did. I hope she turns out better.
Oh man, you caught that. I didn't because I'm listening to you.
Look at Aaliyah showing concern for Buddy Murphy.
Are they alluding to something here?
Oh, maybe.
This was great. This is phenomenal.
I would end the show here.
I would end the show. Why do we have to what do we have to watch after this? This was great. And as much as you think I've seen the end of this storyline, but doesn't this make you want to see Dominic get the win over Seth? Like you all like after SummerSlam, after this, they got to do something, right? Oh, Dolph couldn't do commentary on the rest of Monday Night Raw because he had to go to Underground.
Ah.
Here he is in Underground, trying to stop that double leg takeover there. Who is he scrapping with here on the Underground where there's no ring? No
I'll tell you in a second.
I can't see the guy. Oh, he's giving the elbows. That guy's done. Doesn't matter who that guy is. What if Dolph like puts a suit back on and goes back to commentary?
I would say it's. I can't tell who it is, but
that'd be a really great night for Dolph here. Riddick Moss getting on stage with his tank top. He's probably going to rip off here. It was reported that Riddick Moss prior to the pandemic was set to have a really big push in WWE, but everything with the pandemic kind of threw that off here. As him and
that was a Fightful, and that was less of a pandemic and more of a Paul Heyman.
Riddick is a big boy. Look at this guy. Dolph trying to go for that single leg on him.
Dolph, punch him in the balls. Dolph,
it is the Underground here. Oh, big uppercut from Dolph there.
Go for the dick. Go.
Ooh, spine busted right there. Couple of familiar NXT faces are at ringside here. Dolph got. Oh, look how deep that guillotine is in that side choke lock right there.
All right, Kevin, you're a little ahead of me. I need you to tell me if Dolph Ziggler actually gets the W.
I'm waiting for this. This looks brutal. Oh, Big Braun is at ringside. Braun just ran in. And Braun, known for Underground Fight Club. He did this in the awful movie Sherlock and Holmes. It was a movie I wanted to be really good.
Say Braun as in Strowman?
Yeah, Braun Strowman was in Sherlock and Holmes, the Will Ferrell movie that came out like a year or two. Will Ferrell was really good in it, but it was just like an off movie, you know? And Braun did like wrestling in the movie. Like he fought people in the movie.
Did you say, like, what is he doing on Raw?
Well, this is another thing when you were getting a snack break in a commercial, you know, when they were doing that, they'll do that like 8:45, like 15 minutes to the top of the hour tease here. Now we go to commercial, another Domino's break where Braun just wrecked Rick Moss and Dolph Ziggler. A little bit of a reboot here for Braun Strowman coming over from SmackDown on Raw Underground to get him some in the Raw in the space of Raw Underground, be kind of anything goes space. I think it's good for Braun. He looked good. He just beat up two big guys there, two somewhat established guys. That was interesting. I'm a fan of it. What did you guys think of it?
I love this. I think it's bullshit that Braun Strowman, who should be a focal point in this Alexa Fiend thing, but I'm good with it because
Sorry, I don't know.
Not you, Alexa. Stop.
Love you, Robert. Love you, buddy. I enjoyed that. Like, if you want to do these quick cuts with Raw Underground, it's supposed to be little things that just feature somebody that you weren't expecting. You're getting something you didn't expect. Do you think it's weird that they didn't promote Braun Strowman being on Monday Night Raw? Robert, can you hear me?
Hi, what'd you say?
Do you think it's weird that they didn't promote Braun Strowman showing up on Monday Night Raw? I didn't see anything about that. He just kind of showed up.
No, because I don't think that they know what they're doing sometimes. Sometimes I think that we're just winging it. I think we're just winging it, and
in a good way or in a bad way? And did you mean that in a good way or in a bad way?
I mean it in a good way. Okay. I mean it in the way that I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I just show up here. Well, I wasn't supposed to talk to you today.
Oh man, yeah, for sure. You know what? You're right. You made this a lot easier. This would have been weirder.
This would have been very awkward. This has been you talking to yourself for 3 hours, and I don't want that for you, Kevin. Kevin, I care.
You care?
Kevin.
If you care, you would tweet about the show more often, but that's just another story. I'm just busting your balls, buddy.
I love you, buddy.
So WWE with plenty coming up here. We're gonna have the upcoming Clash of Champions pay-per-view in a little bit. They have the video game coming out this week. They're definitely going full force on promoting that. 2K.
I have thoughts about that video game.
WWE 2K Battlegrounds. I've seen some demos of it online. It looks like I haven't heard anyone say anything really bad about it. It looks like a fun arcade take on wrestling, but very arcade-esque.
Yeah, and I think it'll be fun as long as you're playing with the right group of people. You know what I mean, Kevin?
Yeah, it definitely seems like a game that you want to play with a group of friends.
It's going to all depend on the group of people you're playing with.
These always heartwarming pediatric cancer fight videos that WWE is doing here. These are always enjoyable. You got a couple of future champs right here. Yeah, the bench is deep for WWE.
Kevin, I'm watching on a stream right now. And I just switched to like a cartoon of Iron Sheik, and he's saying FNBS, but it's
so you're watching one of those streams where people just put on whatever they want during commercials. Okay, thank you for being legal, Robert. Drew McIntyre rocking the Connor's Cure shirt. That's a cool looking shirt too.
I've always wanted to do more for them. Like, you know, I've always wanted to give to that charity.
So Henry Font is tweeting here. It should be called Monday Night Commercials because that's all they're playing.
Oh, shut the fuck! What? Like, what? We just saw a banger cage match. How are people complaining?
Because people have very short memories. They only forget the last 5 minutes. Look, I agree. This show has been fantastic for me. I enjoyed the Mickey James Asuka thing. Was a weird finish. The tag team match with Nakamura and Cesaro and the Street Profits was fun. You know, it was a fun competitive match that cemented Street Profits as the top tag team in all of WWE. And now you're getting Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee. But Keith Lee is buried, Robert. They're burying him. He's so buried.
They haven't done anything wrong in terms of his booking, I think. But I think that presentation still leaves a lot to be desired. I have an issue with the fact that they have him wearing a shirt. I get that he's big, but hey, I think it works.
Show off the belly. What you're saying?
Show it off. He's a man, Kevin. He is a man, and he's a man with a belly, and I don't think that they should hide that.
Other people tweeting here. Strowman decided to appear on Raw Underground instead of recovering the Universal title or taking revenge on The Fiend or Roman Reigns. Okay. What do you think of Braun Strowman on Raw?
You know what? I can respect that take because it's like, why are you just leaving? You know, shouldn't you want the Universal title? Like, hey, listen, you got a cool moment at Mania just to kind of go away as soon as you lose the belt.
If you're a fan of Braun Strowman, I highly suggest you go check out his Chronicle. Came out a few weeks ago. That's on the network. I like that. It was.
He touches on some shit, man.
He touches on some really serious mental health problems he had recently, like while in WWE. He touches on how good he feels owning his own farm now, and how Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee just got into it backstage in the secondary ring, and they are blasting each other right now. He punched him in the throat. He threw him backstage. They are no longer friends. I would say that Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre are no longer friends. They're knocking down stage lights here. Keith Lee just got smashed into a ring post. This is in a different ring they have backstage here. This is brutal. Keith Lee rocking the Black Lives Matter ring entrance gear. Plenty of time before these guys actually get in the ring and what will be the main event tonight. Big pull apart from these two men here now.
How do you feel about the secondary ring?
I like that they have a secondary ring backstage and they do interviews in it.
I
don't know why. It reminds you
of like the Mean Gene shit, right?
Yeah. It reminds me of Mean Gene stuff. It reminds you of like wrestling is the focus. This is a wrestling show, and here's a wrestler in a ring doing a promo. And especially with Underground, you can change everything aesthetically, right? You can do some different things. I like that there's a set for interviews, like the old 70s shows when they would have a wrestler at a podium. All right, we're now cutting back to another Raw Underground. Titus O'Neil wants to get him some back in there. Titus O'Neil has tried his shot there. He's going to go back in, walk into the foggy Underground. It always looks like someone's smoking back in the Underground.
Titus O'Neil's a good Christian, man.
Braun Strowman is continuing to wreck fools inside of the Underground. Is Titus O'Neil trying to get him some of Braun Strowman here tonight?
Are we going to hotshot Braun Strowman and Dada Kato is my question.
Is Riddick Moss back? Riddick Moss is trying to go at Braun Strowman again, and he got booted right out of the no ropes ring into the crowd. Here comes Titus. Titus just double leg Braun Strowman. Holy shit. Did you see that? Holy crap!
That's a little surprising.
Crap. Well, he's gonna pay for it. Braun Strowman's got him in a deep sleeper. This is a deep guillotine. See you, Titus. See you, Titus, buddy. You got a good showing there. And it's already over. The ref is trying to break him up. Shane's trying to get him off.
Wego is about to gain so many points.
Shane, you should have not put your hands. You should not have put your hands. Here's yes. Here you go. Here's what was the big fella at ringside again?
Dada Kato.
I think Dada Kato steps up right behind Braun Strowman right now, and they go, they are going to do face to face. I thought they were going to tease something there. And we're getting Kevin Owens and Aleister Black tonight.
Nice.
This is a lot on 1 Minute Raw. You think they would hold off and give us more storyline build?
Kevin, it's in your face.
Oh, you're right. It's right in your face. No waiting. It's in your face. You want some gridiron action? You're getting it inside of a steel cage on Monday Night Raw. But no, Monday Night Raw is good. I don't think the rating tonight is going to be interesting because it's they're up against 2 NFL football games on a single night too. And that second game is going to stretch well into the nighttime period here. Here's Aleister Black with new gear. He's continuing to cover up that eye. Oh, yeah. Now he's got it off. I have no interest in this Terry Bradshaw show.
Yeah, I feel ya.
He's a lovable guy, but this seems like more of a show for his wife and his daughters and stuff like that.
No, what would make you think that, Kevin?
Yeah. But he's been on TV longer, really long time, right?
For a long time. Not the biggest football guy, but I know that he's a focal point of the football world.
You want to hear people complaining about wrestling TV logic?
Of course.
Okay. This one coming in from @NateChive OWR, tweeting this out. Whoa! You can't convince me that Drew McIntyre didn't see Keith Lee until he was directly in front of him. There, inside of a ring set up backstage with no walls set up around it. Come on, laughing my ass off. It's a wrestling show. Let people cut each other off and cut promos. It's so ridiculous. If people are mad about that, then you're like, how come that guy just picked you up and you just gave him your whole... There are people that my least favorite segment of the wrestling audience is people that hate watch TV, right?
Yeah.
You watch to have fun, right? That's why you're watching the show.
Of course.
It's good. It's good.
We watch wrestling to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Isaiah says, I continue to say this every Monday until something changes. Murphy deserves better. Well, your assumption is that Murphy isn't being featured at all, but was featured pretty prominently in several matches tonight, and several different segments and a match. You know, he was playing a very significant supporting role. People forget, isn't this another weird thing with wrestling fans now, that they think if somebody loses, they're getting buried?
Yeah.
Like if you're on TV, you're getting buried.
I think that's more of a commentary on our all or nothing society right now.
Yeah, give me everything I want, and if I don't get all of that and then more, then you're really gonna hear it, you know? Other people liking his ring gear. They're fans of Aleister Black's new ring gear. What is this, Robert?
I have to not. It's just.
What was that? Tell me what that was.
I will tell you. It was another alarm.
Another alarm? What was this one telling you to take your exfoliating cream off that you had it on too long?
I might. It's another reminder for the skincare, but yeah.
Good for you. Skin's looking good, buddy. Aleister Black, Kevin Owens in the ring. This is almost like a pay-per-view card tonight. Who do you want to win this one, Robert?
Aleister Black needs the win.
Aleister Black needs a win. You know, had his eye dislodged as a babyface. And how long ago did they have a match where they had a Raw Underground that was kind of like scrapped up and that got into a bunch of different things, right? They've had one singles match since this started, right?
I think they fought last week and that was it, right?
Yeah, and Aleister Black has gotten the best of him every time.
Well, he beat him up once, and they fought in Underground last week, and now they're having a match.
And this started on the KO show.
Right.
Wow, this is a nasty submission. You'll get this here in a second, Robert. This is a nasty submission here that Aleister Black has applied here. That will pop your kneecap right out of place. I'll say this. Kevin Owens representing the chubby guys. I like that.
You know, I think he's been on TV for 5 years. So, he's been there a while, and I think he's already in a stage where maybe he's lost some steam, but I think he's always a good main event guy.
I don't think he's lost any steam. I think he's a WWE lifer, especially when he signed that 5-year deal last year. That was a sign that they want to do something with him in the future, you know? And also, he signed the deal, I believe, when he was off on an injury.
Right.
And he suffered an injury earlier this year. You know, he's had a lot of injuries in WWE that, you know, people overlook when they see the height and success he had. You know, he had a long title run there, but, you know, that WrestleMania match with Chris Jericho was off the mark. It just wasn't a great match that people wanted it to be. But he's had outstanding stuff with Sami Zayn. He had the title run stuff on Raw at a time when people thought, you know, that WWE needed a big new heel, and that was him. And he's been able to work as a dynamic babyface as well. Very few guys can go back and forth that easily, you know, like he has been able to.
I think they've done a lot with him, but I think that there's a lot more that they could have and should do with him as a heel.
You know what I want to see them do?
What?
I'd love to see him on NXT.
You what?
I think Kevin Owens on NXT would be really.
But I think.
And he wants to be there. He showed up at War Games, that match.
He does want to be there.
That great match I forgot I saw live.
He does want to be there, but I don't know.
True. I do think WWE using some big names on NXT would be smart and treat it like a real brand and do some big things with it. They're going back and forth here. Kevin Owens is your babyface in Pearl here as he just rocked Aleister Black and is getting back, getting his wits about him on one back leg. Oh, laced him back up into a big hold here.
Black needs to win here.
I don't think they're not going to make him tap out, are they?
I would. It's a different.
Oh, that long reach out and grab the ropes, right? That look. I got it. I'm almost there. Attacking an injured body part, very much a heel tactic, huh?
I don't know why that's a bad guy move to do. Like, the goal is to win, correct? Shouldn't you be attacking?
Some separation from the referee. He had a big super kick there from Kevin Owens. There's like one person in the Thunderdome that's on like 5 different little.
Yeah,
they're like a dozen. Do you see that one person with the green background?
I see him, yeah.
Yeah, he's on. That person's on like a dozen different little screens here.
But yet I couldn't get in there.
We got a retribution alert. Retribution alert. Big stunner from Kevin Owens. Can he pin him? 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens with a big win.
That's
the lights
ridiculous.
flickered and flashed, only for Aleister Black before a blackout to get blacked out himself by a big old KO stunner. Fun, efficient match. Nothing super fantastic. I want to see those guys have more of a showcase. You're going to get this finish here in a second, Robert. Oh, Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee are going at it again, Robert. They just can't stop fighting. Is WWE security going to get control of this?
Oh, wow.
Keith Lee more of a singlet tonight.
I'm not a fan of the singlet. I got to tell you that right now.
Why?
I don't know. It just it's better than the shirt, but
I don't mind. I think people are petty about aesthetics and different stuff like that. Drew McIntyre is getting into it with everyone. Do you think they're going to add Drew McIntyre to this match at Clash of Champions?
I think Keith Lee should be added into the match.
A triple threat, or he gets his own match?
I think triple threat.
Triple threat. Let's see what happens there. Let's see what people are saying on the hashtag. You want to see what's going on in the hashtag? Wrestling 101 W Karen. We got wrestling Karens. I'm loving Fight Owens fight versus Aleister Black. Some people like it. Some people saying Aleister ain't heel until the Antichrist face paint is donned. I will die on this hill. Has he done Antichrist face paint? I've never seen it before.
Who's got Antichrist face paint?
Aleister Black. I've never seen that before.
I've never. Well, maybe on the Indies. I don't know, but I've never seen this.
Some people continue to talk about Mickie James. People thinking there was something wrong with her in that match, and that's why it ended that way. Oh, a certain website that you're familiar with is tweeted. Do you want me to read it, Robert? Robert?
Hold on, Kevin.
You're doing some work? Are you doing some work off screen on a different screen?
I'm on 3 different screens at all times.
Living our life one screen at a time, baby.
We're so unhealthy. Like, remember when you just used to have the one screen and you just all your attention went to the one thing. Like,
Yeah, definitely. I remember those simpler days. Here, Robert, here's one from @SadRomanReigns. Vince has killed Aleister Black and Ricochet. He has killed them.
yeah, okay. I'm not a fan of what they just had Black do. And I think Ricochet died in February when he lost to Brock Lesnar. Died. You couldn't. There was no coming back from that.
Other people saying, WWE controls the audience noise at the Thunderdome, but they're keeping it super low for Kevin Owens versus Aleister Black, making the match seem super boring. I didn't think that was a boring match. I did not think that was the best match of the show. And if you would have told me on paper that match would have been the lightest in terms of intensity throughout the night, I'd be surprised. I enjoyed the stuff in the Underground more than Owens and Black tonight. It was good.
I think
it wasn't bad. Let me be frank, it wasn't bad. But you're in the third hour of Monday Night Raw. You know what I mean? We're at 9:30 here in a 3-hour show. They had that cage match. Everything after the cage match here, I think, is chasing time, to say the least, right?
I think we're in a stage right now, and AEW has this problem too, maybe even more so. Just because something can be a match doesn't mean it should be a match.
You don't like the singlet on Keith Lee tonight, right? You're not a fan of it. You want a fun joke about that? Want a fun joke about it? At WWE Creative-ish, the consistently funny Twitter handle that writes as if it's a member of the WWE Creative team, said, "We couldn't make Keith Lee's ring gear look more WCW Saturday Night if we tried."
That's it. You know, Kevin, that is totally it. He looks like one of the fat jobber guys.
Are you saying he looks like Ice Train?
No, because even Ice Train, his gear was more fitted. Like,
do you remember the Gambler? Do you want to talk about those obscure, just like repeating, those repeating like jobbers they would have on WCW Saturday Night, like the 90s, early 2000s? Yeah.
Like, it's just weird to me. Like, Kevin can do better. That's a Kevin Keith can do better. I'm always thinking that you should be doing better, Kevin. That's why that came out of my mouth. Because I'm always thinking you can do better.
We have Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, the tag team champions at ringside, as the Riot Squad, who will challenge them. The upcoming Clash of Champions gets set for action here as well.
The Riot Squad look like the girls that, like, high school me would have thought were the coolest things ever.
Because they're bad girls. They look like so bad girls. Rock. Yes, these are some punk rock girls. These are women I would have seen in the crowd at Riot Fest. Ruby Riot saw her last year at Riot Fest.
That's very appropriate. Very on brand for Ruby Riot.
Missing Riot Fest this year. Really did. One of the many things we don't get to have in 2020. Waiting for 2021. Good news. We got some good news today. Good vaccine news. And some bad vaccine news as well. Follow the mainstream, the mainstream media.
Kevin.
Mainstream media. That'll take them down.
The mainstream media, they control the narrative, Kevin, and we can't let them have the narrative anymore.
When I heard that, Robert, I burst out laughing because someone said it like this. Ooh, this is gonna make someone upset if I say something like this.
I saw
Lana and Natalya coming out to the ring holding hands for this tag team match.
Lana with her TikTok money just.
What's she bigger on, TikTok or Instagram?
I think she's pretty big on TikTok. She's trying to get into like the Instagram Reels.
What Instagram Reels? What's the difference? Oh, the Instagram Reels that's just another version of
it. Instagram Reels is like
that's their TikTok killer, right? That's their
TikTok. Yeah, exactly.
How Instagram almost basically destroyed Snapchat with the stories and stuff like that.
So they look like their whole deal is supposed to be like, okay, we're bougie, kind of Karen-y, right? Like that's their deal.
I believe that's what they're supposed to be going for. I think Natalia can turn that off. She has a high quality taste.
Hey, we got the Fig Freak in here. Hey, what's up, Fig Freak? Tell me about the latest wrestling figs.
Tell me about the Fig Freak. What's going on? Let's see what's going on. Hey guys, Fig Freak here. How are y'all? What? There's a bunch of new figs that came out recently. Mattel had a bunch of new stuff come out this year.
So because of the Ryder podcast or the Matt Cardona podcast,
That's a fun one.
I have rekindled my love for these Jack-specific bone cruncher.
Oh, those are the ones that like you would like crack the joint.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my! I had them as a kid, and I want like all of them again because I've been just listening to these podcasts, and it makes me very nostalgic. Like I really want the bone crunchers.
Ooh, good tandem offense there from the Riot Squad. Could this match be over? And it is. That was not a long women's match. But don't go and say the women didn't get a lot of time on TV tonight. They did. They got plenty of TV tonight. I don't think anyone.
I think Lana did what Lana does best, and
takes a pin.
It doesn't need to be long, you know.
No, I think Lana can do some things physically in the ring. I know some people say she's not a great in-ring performer. I think she's
out of there, ladies.
She's a great performer. Bad news. Get out of there, Natalia. And they did not. This tag team match did not go long. It's simply designed to build up to that Clash of Champions match here. And Shayna and Nia Jax are gonna wreck Lana now, apparently. And
you don't have to make Natalia.
Nia is clearing the table here. Lana trying her best to get away from Shayna Baszler, but that's just not going to happen. you're going to get destroyed here, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Somebody help her! Like,
oh no, Lana, you're going to get smashed. Lana's going through this table. Nia Jax is going to smash her through this table, and female wrestling fans on Twitter are going to lose their mind. Ooh. That looked brutal. Samoan drop through the table.
That's not necessary.
Oh,
none of that was necessary. Like,
that was the way that like Shayna kept motioning to the Riot Squad who were on the ramp. Like, you looking at this? You looking at this? Look at this. I thought that was kind of neat. We cut back here. Coming up next, we'll have Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre. Keith Lee with a singlet on now. Drew looking pissed off. These guys have been pulled apart from each other. Drew has one hell of a welt on his left arm there. Still looking like he's carved out of granite here. That'll be our main event here. What do you think of the hype here for this women's tag team match coming up at Clash of Champions? Was that effective for you? Does it make the champs look like big monsters there?
I don't like the fact that he could wrestle in the Royal Rumble in shorts and that they're making him wear a top. Like, he's not that big. He really, you had Yokozuna on television. You didn't cover him up.
We had some people texting here. Words789 is texting in. Hey, any of y'all see Mickey tap out or what? You know what, Words? We're just like you. I've been messaging with some of our people at WrestleZone. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. Or maybe someone else got a different angle. But it's not like anyone else is at the show that we could talk to that saw it. It was a very confusing finish tonight with Mickie James and Asuka. What do you guys think? If you're watching on demand or live, what did you think of this? Pretty confusing finish tonight in here. I will talk about this later on tonight. We'll do a post show as well with John Clark, and you guys will be able to get that in the podcast as well and on demand as well on the video channel. Very confusing finish. That was a good match, and you said you turned on it. You didn't like it because the finish was confusing. They already set up Selena Vega apparently to take on Asuka for the championship. This is supposed to be
they did not waste time there.
And then you even told me within this watch along tonight that you thought that that somehow they would do something with Lana and Natalia.
I'm less convinced of that as the night has worn on.
Yeah, because Lana and Natalia just got fed to the Riot
Squad.
Two
teams practically.
Yeah, they were just a setup team here tonight. Not too much hype for them there. I don't know what happened there. Something happened in that match.
It might just be that the ref thought he saw something, and sometimes you just gotta go with the referee's decision.
Because she definitely made this look like something went wrong, you know?
Unless they're trying to tell a story of the referee's looking out for Mickey's best interest, but she's trying to do the thing where it's like, no, I can go.
Word's also coming back here with this. I think she didn't tap out, but they had to get things moving, so the ref called it. I think there's maybe some truth to that. Maybe the match was running long, which I can tell you from talking to people that have worked and performed in ring for WWE. I don't have to attribute these quotes to anyone. One of the worst things you can do in WWE as a performer that fans don't notice is not stay within your time on live TV. It is one of the very, very bad things you could do as a that don't have anything to do with you being very reliable or safe or good in the ring. Is not performing within the given time that you have, or missing your cues, for lack of a better phrase. No, that is a great phrase. So, I mean, that is certainly something to look at. I think we'll find out more tomorrow. We'll definitely get more sources on this tomorrow, at least throughout the night. We'll kind of find out what's going on here. Dalton Craig here is Wwe Commercial. We wait for this main event here on Monday Night Raw. Once again, if you're just joining us here on this live stream, we're doing a live watch along Monday Night Raw. Maybe this doesn't work as a replay for you, but you can check out our post shows as well. We do them for Monday Night Raw. We'll have one tonight. We'll have one for AEW and NXT on Wednesday. We have extra content for the pay-per-views in the weekend. And go ahead and get that podcast as well. Search WrestleZone. Dalton Craig texting in. So are we just going to ignore Wobbly Walrus? This is the new puppet character they've introduced to Bray Wyatt's Firefly Funhouse on SmackDown. I watched it on demand over the weekend. Didn't catch it live. What did you think of it? This is certainly just one of those. They always do these characters that are kind of like inside nods and jokes towards certain WWE things. They have a Vince McMahon devil character.
It is what it is.
Yeah, some of the puppet characters are like allusions to other people that are in WWE. The Walrus character is like an allusion towards like a version of Bray when he thought he was overweight or something like that. Like they've done stuff like this, you know? And so they have the characters clearly like it has like a black ponytail and is supposed to look and talk like Paul Heyman.
Yeah. Wobbly Walrus. He even did the "Ladies and Gentlemen, my name is." It's silly. Like Jim Cornette had some thoughts. Big surprise, I know, but like it's just silly.
Different tweets here I'm reading on the hashtag WWE Raw as we cut back. Oh, Braun Strowman's whomping on some other poor guy in a Hawaiian shirt. That guy looked like he was absolutely destroyed. Braun does not want to get in the ring. Braun also looks like he's wearing like gloves. Here comes Riddick Moss wanting to get in the ring one more time.
I'm so mad at the person who has Braun Strowman in our fantasy group right now. He is getting points.
Yeah, Braun Strowman just blasted him with one right hand and he got out of there. Here we go. Riddick Moss and Dolph Ziggler taking on Braun Strowman now. These two guys actually fought each other earlier within the hour tonight. And Dolph Ziggler looks like he's got trying to get a deep sleeper in here, but no, he's raking the ice. This is chaotic. I wish they would stick with one. Ooh, that was a big right hand from Braun. I wish they would stick with one camera shot in these. Oh, Braun getting his big power slam in there. Oh, here we go. Here's your man. Dabba-Kato. Braun Strowman. People pounding on the mat. Who's it going to be? He's going to tell them to save it for next week. Save it for next week. Next week on Monday Night Raw. Good tease. Good little tease here. Here's our main event. Drew McIntyre. Keith Lee. Who wins here, Robert? Who do you got?
I think Keith Lee has to win.
Did he win clean? A little bit of dusty finish. Randy Orton makes his presence known, even though he was booted really bad last week. Oh, he's got a nasty welt there on his arm.
Face?
No, I didn't see one on his face. It's like, look at his arm as he walks in. It looks like he was like burned by like a hairdryer.
Oh yeah. Oh. banged his arm on something.
Clash of Champions Gold Rush.
I'm not digging the taglines for these.
Just call the show Gold Rush.
I think they have equity in the Clash of Champions name.
True. Just call it Gold Rush.
What? When did it become an ambulance match?
Oh, did they just add this? Oh, Pyro's looking awesome here in the Thunderdome. I do enjoy when people see themselves on television, like turn and look to the left or something like that. So here's what we got here. Did they just add another match to the Clash of Champions with Drew McIntyre? So Drew seemingly is going to have two different matches.
No. There's no way you can't do two ambulance matches. I think the deal is if Randy can't go, then it'll be Keith Lee.
Is Orton dealing with legitimate injury here?
Probably not.
This has been a pretty good episode of Monday Night Raw overall.
I think so.
I would say that they definitely felt like a challenge from Monday Night Football and felt like they had to give you something special. There's several different things that elevated some things, feel like they're kind of towing the line and keeping things normal. Several interesting matches and a lot of don't turn away. We got something for you in the next 15 minutes and they would pay it off. The cage match was absolutely spectacular. That felt like a great sequel from what they had at the pay-per-view and what they had last week on Monday Night Raw. I'm surprised they didn't finish with that.
I'm guessing they must have a lot built into this match that they wouldn't finish with that because that was hot. That was a hot match.
We do have 12 minutes here. If you do think you're getting a Retribution run-in or a Randy Orton run-in, we have some time for that. Once again, the days of the overrun are gone. Monday Night Raw has to end at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern. So we will find out what happens here. Once again, if you're just joining us, go ahead and check out the post show. We're going to do that about, I want to say, 10:15, 11:15 Eastern within the hour. John Clark will be hopping on there with me. If you're just joining us late, we continue the party there. Other people texting in here earlier on Drew challenge Orton to an ambulance match, but I think Keith Lee took his place. It's interesting. Is Randy Orton going to be on the shelf here with an injury after getting 3 big boots from Drew McIntyre?
I highly doubt that 3 kicks to the face now constitutes an injury. I mean, I think we're well beyond that in the mindset of the wrestling audience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I could be wrong.
How many pizza ads are on Monday Night Raw? We're getting Papa John's, Little Caesars, Pizza Hut, Domino's.
Is there any food that goes better with wrestling
than pizza?
Yeah.
That's hard. That's a hard call. It's a hard call. I think you got a great point there. You got a great point there, Robert.
You know, I got to tell you, Kev, I'm a local pizza guy. I always prefer the...
What's your local Tampa pizza?
So there's a good one. It's called Esposito's in Tampa. But there's also... I mean, not in Tampa. That's in Plant City. But in Tampa, there's Eddie and Sam's in, like, downtown Tampa. Phenomenal pizza. I kind of want pizza now. You know what sucks is it's not like things close here. As like if you're in New York, probably even Chicago to a degree.
Yeah, but we have late night delivery places.
Yeah, like you can get some pizza delivered at 11, I'm sure.
Like right up to about 11, yeah. 11 local time. Oh, America runs on Dunkin'. Do you know that?
They got oat milk. Did you know that?
They have oat milk now? A lot of
people for the people who want their oat milk, they got it for you. Runs on Dunkin'. I imagine that you know a person or two that likes oat milk.
A little bit. It's been a little bit more of a growing thing. I've known some people that are in the almond milk train here.
I'd probably be an oat milk guy. I mean, I like, regular milk, but if I was going to choose an alternative, I think I'd go oat over almond.
Looking at Twitter, people, a lot of the Riot Fest Liv Morgan fans, Ruby Riot fans showing up tonight.
Well, yeah, they're excited, Kev. Their girl is winning.
Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre are going to kick each other's ass tonight. That's what my fans tweeting here tonight. One fan here tweeting, they should have had them, the Retribution guys, wear glasses over the face mask so fans couldn't tell who they were. Then again, being able to tell will get fans used to who they are so they aren't totally disappointed when they reveal. The disappointment would have subsided by then. That makes no sense.
Well, it sounds like he was trying to set up for a burn.
Mm-hmm.
But, whatever, bro.
Mm-hmm. 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 This was definitely the most clear picture we've seen of Retribution tonight.
That was intended.
Yeah, they're definitely starting to establish and they also said in the promo that we toiled in the WWE Performance Center. We will not be suppressed. We will gut your reality. I thought was a great line. Dominic Dijakovic delivering that. Dijakovic was definitely there. And
there's not many men that are that big.
True. And they're mentioning here, Wrestling Observer reporting that you could definitely tell that they're reporting here. John Pollock, excuse me.
Of Post Wrestling.
Post Wrestling. Shout out to them. Big boys up north in Canada. Saying that D.L. Madden, Mia Yim, Shane Thorne, Mercedes Martinez, and Dominic Dijakovic are in WWE's internal roster and have been appearing in promos in the last couple weeks as Retribution, with Martinez and Dijakovic being used in speaking roles. Dave Meltzer is confirming the report.
So here's my issue with that. If I'm Dio Madden and I know I have Retribution, I know I'm defying wrestling logic here, but go with me.
Mm-hmm.
If I know I'm in Retribution, why the hell am I allowing myself to get beat up in Raw Underground?
True, but I don't think they'll connect the dots there.
Yeah, but nobody's going to care. I know, but it's like you should care,
Mm-hmm. Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee going back and forth at it. Back and forth they go. Drew getting a hell of a fight here from Keith Lee. Keith Lee is buried, but how come he's in the main event with the WWE champion?
You've been pounding that home today.
How come he's featured so prominently in this main angle without Randy Orton being there?
I think the initial
Keith Lee is involved immediately in a top program from NXT. It's like, he's got to be buried though because people on the internet say it.
I think the initial vibe was that he's buried because they took away his music and they took away his.
How about people who have a Twitter feed don't know what buried means anymore?
I think part of the reason you're seeing for the large call.
Ooh, that big double chop. This one, that Grizzly Magnum. Here comes Keith Lee. Big old, look at that sweeping lariat. Took his head off. Don't care about his theme music when your head gets taken off. Nearly pinned the WWE champion, Robert. Nearly pinned him here.
I think part of the reason you're seeing for the call for the dismantling of wrestling terminology is because it's now used so incorrectly.
Infrequently. Calling someone buried used to be something you would only use now and then. You know what I mean? It was only used now and then. Now it's thrown around like a Tic Tac. Not a Tic Tac.
I can comfortably say
it is thrown around like a Tic Tac, not a Tic Tac.
I can comfortably say that Ricochet is buried. In my eyes, Ricochet is like I don't. Yeah, they fed you to Brock Lesnar, and I haven't cared about you since. In my eyes, he's buried.
Oh, look at Keith Lee up here on this top rope. You're gonna forget You're gonna forget what his theme song is if he lands this big superplex here. I love these wide shots when they show the Thunderdome. These look pretty cool.
Who can it be?
I would have switched the cage match with this at the end.
I still think that they have a major.
Big superplex.
They must have
Superplexes.
something ready.
Superplexes tonight. Yeah, Cesaro doing one, and he got splashed, and his team lost. You had Dominic doing one, and it looked like he almost got his neck caved into his chest, right? In that cage match. And then Keith Lee just landed this one on Drew McIntyre, nearly pinning him. It's an impressive move. I don't know why anyone doesn't win a match with it, though.
Because I think that was the style of the 80s, and now it's got to be more than. Always more than, Kevin.
People mentioning the WCW vibes with Keith Lee wearing the singlet tonight. Someone tweeting this out. This is not the first time I've seen Keith Lee in a singlet. At least now he has Scott Norton Ice Train Big E vibes.
I mean, yes.
Ooh, Drew McIntyre leaping out of that pop-up powerbomb. Gonna get a big Claymore. No. Oh, the big double splash from the two huge men. That was impressive. Two huge men just splashing each other midair like two cruiserweights. Look at this. Look at this on the replay again. Oh! And then Keith Lee having to take that second one on the fall, too, with him landing on them. Drew McIntyre got a hell of a welt on his back, too.
You know,
Oh, no, Robert. This is, oh, no. Oh, no.
You're a little ahead of me. I'm assuming Retribution? Yes. I see them.
Oh, wow. There's a lot of them.
There's way more than the 5 that were mentioned.
Do you think someone gets revealed tonight?
I hope so.
Wow, there is a ton of them, too. There's got to be at least a dozen guys in this. Why isn't the Raw locker room coming out here to stop this? Dominic Dijakovic looks like he's in the mix here.
He's the tall one.
Are they going to turn and go off on the commentary at ringside?
I don't know. I think people want to see a reveal, though. I think people are tired.
They got 2 minutes here. Maybe someone else at ringside told them, you got 2 more minutes. Keep beating on them. Fill your time. They do look like they just took out the WWE champion and the challenger in the main event. As much people have been saying that the Retribution thing is done here, right?
Yeah, I think people have been dying for them to like, oh no, they forgot about it, moved on, and
oh, that guy had most of his face out of a mask. He's got to cover it up here. Who's coming down to ringside? Here comes the Hurt Business. Weren't they supposed to stop these guys from being in the ring anyway?
We'll find out.
I think MVP is going to pull his guys back here.
This is cool, but I think I'm a little surprised by.
All right, Hurt Business and them are going to go at it here. This is kind of chaotic and fun.
I dig the Hurt Business, by the way. Like, something to be said about well-dressed men ready for a fight.
Not going to mean anything when you're outnumbered. They're going to get mauled here.
Do we go off the air with Chaos?
I think we go off the air with Chaos. We're now at 10 p.m. Oh, here come Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre. That was awesome. That was cool. All right, we're going to lay out Retribution for 1 week. That was nuts. That was a really, really cool move. People are going to say, oh, Retribution buried now. But Hurt Business took all that. Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre just took out 14 guys with that big splash over the top rope.
Realistically, if I'm these dudes, I'd start like reaching in and pulling off masks.
Oh, like after you beat them up, you just find out.
Yeah, like I'd start yanking masks.
That's what you do in a movie, right?
Yeah.
True, but that's this is a TV show. This isn't a movie. We need to be
No, this is a
empathetic,
TV
Robert.
show. It's the Bradshaw Bunch. And this was our live stream.
All right, so that'll be doing it for our watch along of Monday Night Raw. What did you guys think of Monday Night Raw? Did you like it? Did you want to change the channel? Let me know. Let me know what was your favorite or least favorite match in the comments below, and join me on our Raw post show. Robert will be with me on the WrestleZone Daily. We have a podcast comes out 4 days a week. We also do extra bonus episodes, all in one feed. WrestleZone podcast. Just look for that red and black logo you see up here. All right, look for that. All right, and if you guys go and check that out on your podcast app of choice, you get hours of audio, hours of quality audio, no Patreon, no paywall, no super chats. Your comments just pop up here on screen. We'll be back with the post show here in just about 10 or 15 minutes or so. You can follow Robert on the Twitter machine. Where, Robert?
At Dude Felice. You should do that now.
You should do it now, and you can follow me at Kev Cal. Of course, go ahead and give a follow to WrestleZone and check out our channel if you haven't done it already. We'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for watching along, and hopefully you enjoyed wrestling tonight.